Los Angeles is a city of bright lights and broken dreams, a magnet that attracts those with a hunger for fame. It's also a place that some people find hard to leave, even after death.
My name's Gail Porter, and I'm a skeptic.
My name is Chris Flemming, and I am a sensitive.
We have just one weekend to investigate alleged sightings and hauntings of Hollywood ghosts.
A sensitive can detect paranormal events beyond the range of the 5 senses.
After traveling across America in search of the paranormal, I wouldn't say I'm a non-believer, but I'm definitely still a skeptic. And together, our mission is to investigate the dead famous.
Welcome to the very first Dead Famous Live. My name is Gail Porter.
And I'm Chris Flemming, and tonight we'll be investigating the spirits of the dead famous.
Now, if you're a fan of Dead Famous, you'll think you know what to expect. But tonight, things are a little bit different. Welcome to the Los Angeles Theatre.
For anyone new to the show, stick around because we've got 3 days of the best paranormal investigation ahead of us.
And joining us to host events here at the Los Angeles Theatre is Mr. Chris Parker. It's also showbiz.
Beautiful. It's great, isn't it?
So showbiz.
Thank you very much. I couldn't ask for a better location to call home here for the next 3 days. We are in the most glamorous old picture palace in downtown Los Angeles, once the heart of the movie capital. It's got clear star connections: Charlie Chaplin, Judy Garland and James Mansfield, to name just 3. And allegedly, it's got ghosts, but more of that later.
Ghosts, that's what we want. We want a bit ghosts. This theatre is a maze of astounding rooms filled with unusual features. We're going to explore every single one of them, from the very creepy little nursery to the crying rooms, which were like claustrophobic, soundproof booths for mothers to watch their movies with their children.
And every night we've got 4 webcams set up around the Los Angeles Theatre, including Julie Garland's rhinestone comb, that we set up as a trigger object in the ladies' powder room. You can check them out on the website at livingtv.co.uk/deadfamouslive.
And we want to know if you spot anything unusual on the show or on the webcams. If you do, then you can email us via the website or text FAMOUS to 83444, followed by your message. Remember to include your name and location, and you must be over 18 to take part. It costs 25p plus your standard network charges.
And we want to know what you think about the happenings on the show too. So just join in with the different votes that we will be running all night. Well, it's time for us to get started. Chris and I are going to head off now into the dark heart of this old theatre to begin our investigation into the dead famous.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. See ya. See you guys. Now, as I said earlier, this theatre definitely has the star connections, but will they appear to us tonight? It's supposedly haunted, so let's find out a little bit more about the Los Angeles Theatre.
Broadway, downtown Los Angeles, is home to the grandest old picture palaces, dating back to the 1920s and 1930s. Today, many of these former shrines to the silver screen are in a bad shape, but one has clung on to its former glory and is still considered one of the most lavish movie theatres in the world. The famous Los Angeles Theatre.
It is truly over the top in every way. It's beautifully ornate. They spared no expense in putting together a spectacular experience for the moviegoer. Everything from the grand staircase up to the beautiful fountain. You could go into the powder room where each of the different stalls has 16 different kinds of marble specific to each one. There was a manicurist and a cosmetician, and there was a nursery where you could drop your children off so they could play while you watched the film.
The intention was to mimic the Palace of Versailles. Designed in the Baroque style, it was the most expensive theatre built. However, the Los Angeles was erected at the height of the Great Depression, and as times got harder, the money began to run out. Fortunately, Charlie Chaplin was on hand to help.
Chaplin actually was planning to release one of his latest movies called City Lights. And the big studios weren't that interested because it was still a silent movie. Chaplin felt so passionately about City Lights, which was silent, that he wanted to handle it on his own, which he did, and he needed a grand theater to have its premiere. So he agreed he would finish whatever the costs were to get the theater going in return for having his major premiere there.
Oh, it's so exciting, I can't wait. Now, if you want to stand a chance of winning a marvellous trip to the Dead Famous set in LA for two in January 2006, complete the following sentence. Chris Flemming is known as A, a psychologist, B, an astrologer, or C, a sensitive. To enter the competition, phone 09015 339988. Entries will cost no more than £1 and you must be over 18 to enter. Full terms and conditions are on the website livingtv.co.uk/deadfamouslive. Digital viewers can press the red button on their remote control now as well. Now, we're hoping to discover the truth about this old place tonight, and Gail and Chris are in place to begin. Gail, where are you?
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
We're actually, at the moment, we're on the stage down in the auditorium. It's very, very dark here. Now, this auditorium, Charlie Chaplin came here to see the premiere of his film City Lights. Bizarrely enough, he came with Mr. and Mrs. Albert Einstein. But on this stage, apparently, there have been dark figures. So we're going to see, Chris and I, if he can feel if the presence of Charlie Chaplin is still in this theatre, because it played such a huge part in his life. So we're just going to see what happens and come back to you in a minute.
Well, let's hope we get some cracking stuff. Yeah, good luck, guys. Well, Gail and Chris will be starting that investigation in the auditorium straight after this break, so don't go away. Welcome back. We'll go back over to Gail and Chris in just a few moments. But first, I'd like to introduce our studio team who will be here every day over this weekend to shed some light on the happenings in our investigations. With me are medium Carla Baron, parapsychologist Lloyd Auerbach, and historians Mark Wanamaker and Jim Robert Parrish. But also here tonight is theatre manager Carrie Upton. Now, Carrie, do you think this theatre is definitely haunted? You've worked here for 6 months and you work here alone quite a lot. What have you experienced? You're the theatre manager. Tell us what you've experienced.
Well, in the last 6 months, I spend a lot of time alone here, and I have found that there is a lot of activity, a lot of things that have happened, especially certain places as I go down to the nursery.
What places?
Going down to the nursery, down to the women's restroom.
What have you experienced in the nursery?
Well, not so much for me, but in the women's restroom, whenever I walked down, I was walking down
there. What were you doing there in the women's restroom?
Yeah,
You're a guy. No, it's all right, go on.
I was going down to check something, and as I walked in one day, one of the restroom doors swung open, and I thought, okay, I'll just go work somewhere else. And as I turned around, the next one slammed closed.
No way. Gosh, that's crazy. And so you've obviously experienced that. How about the mechanical room? I spoke to you earlier, and you said that something strange happened there.
It's a very dark and cold place. It's like breezes come by, and there's always sort of a shadow of something. Every time you turn, it's like, is that something? Is that something?
Really?
It's a rather spooky place.
And so do you think we'll pick up any activity tonight?
I think it's possible.
Yeah?
The place sort of wants to be alive.
Do you get scared working here on your own? Because, you know, I would. I had to walk to makeup on my own, and I was really, really scared. So how many days are you here alone? Do you get scared?
I'm here most every day alone, and not much.
Really?
You know, the office is quiet at least.
Yeah? Well, you're a brave man, you really are. Now, Mark, you're a great historian. You've worked with Richard Attenborough and the likes of those people. What stars have got a connection to this theatre?
Well, there were several. I mean, Charlie Chaplin, of course, opened the theatre, so that's very important.
Yeah.
And Judy Garland, Jane Mansfield, they had first-run films here. And, of course, this was sort of like an independent theatre in which different studios could premiere their films here. Now, you have to understand, this was the last major movie palace in downtown Los Angeles.
Right.
Right at the beginning, pretty much, of the Depression. So a lot of films eventually were not premiered here. They started to go back up to Hollywood and other places, leaving this kind of the dowager of Broadway.
Great. Okay, we'll hear more from you later on, Mark. James, what was Charlie Chaplin like?
Well, he was quite an adventurous person as far as his filmmaking, that he made films that people who were very common, working-class people could relate to. And that's what made him so world famous, is that anybody could look at his movies and see something in it that they felt made them part of it all. He wasn't above them, but part of them. In his private life, of course, he led a much different lifestyle.
Right.
Much more glamorous and much more aristocratic.
Okay. And you've worked on 100 books. You're a huge Hollywood historian. Have you heard many stories about ghostly happenings here? Are there many that have been documented, or...?
Well, I think sometimes when a picture flopped, it was pretty haunted.
Really? Carla, now you're a psychic. You saw your first psychic at 11 years old. You've studied theatre. You've been in this theatre earlier. You had a walk around. It was your first time here. You haven't. Carla, now you're a psychic. You saw your first psychic at 11 years old. You've studied theatre. You've been in this theatre earlier. You had a walk around. It was your first time here. You haven't studied it before, have you? You haven't researched this theatre.
No.
No. So what was it like? What was your initial reaction when you walked through here?
I feel like I'm in New York instead of Los Angeles, actually. I kept forgetting I was actually in the heart of Los Angeles. So I'm walking around, and besides almost tripping down the stairs, but it's got a certain... there are smells associated with this that aren't of old theaters.
Really? What
that
sorts
are
of
telling
smells?
me. Well, it's telling me that there may be presences here anyway. They're sulfur smells. And I was getting this in a cemetery a couple of nights ago. I was actually investigating a case, and I had that same smell. So I want to investigate a little bit more.
Really?
Chris and
Well,
Gail.
let's let Gail and Chris investigate. They're going to go over to the auditorium now. Gail, are you there?
Yes, we are. It's very spooky here.
Really?
Yeah, Chris has actually been feeling some things already. It's as if we've seen sort of dark figures sort of around. It's so difficult because it is pitch black here, but I'll let Chris tell you. What have you been feeling?
Well, you know, when we came up on the stage, I'm just standing here, and if you look out, it's massive. I mean, this place is huge. It's probably the biggest theater we've ever been to.
Yeah, no, we come to theatres quite a lot. Why do you think there's a lot of spirits here? Because they're so vast.
Well, the thing is, spirits can be anywhere. I mean, ghosts can be anywhere, you know? But when you have a theater like this, of this magnitude, that deals with, it's not open to the public anymore.
Yeah.
So a lot of ghosts like to be alone. They like to go hide in the corners and have some peace. So to them, this is peace, because they haven't crossed over to the other side. Now, a place like this, with the history that it has, it's amazing. There could be a lot of different spirits or ghosts here, but the fact is, what are we finding? What are we concluding? I'm standing right here. I'm looking out. I'm seeing shadows, dark forms that are moving aside. I also saw like a little bit of a wispus, like a little vapor, but it might have been from the camera. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take some pictures here, see if I get anything.
Well, this place, I mean, it was really a special place to Charlie Chaplin, because I know that he put a lot of his own personal money into it, because it opened in 1931 and then it ended up closing in the same year because it caused the owner to he went bankrupt, basically, because it's such a lavish theatre. It cost such a lot of money. And,
have you ever seen a theatre this big before?
I've never seen, and I've never seen anything so beautiful. But I don't feel... When I was walking down, when we were coming in, I felt like, I don't know how you felt, but it was almost like having vertigo. You know, it's like, I felt like I was losing my footing, and I was only walking down that pathway from up there.
Well, it's like for me, it's like a lot of pressure. I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and the air is very thick. I mean, I don't know if there's much oxygen here or what, but it feels like there's a lot of weight bearing down on you. You know, why that is, I don't know. It's not a place that you'd be claustrophobic because it's just massive. But I'm taking a look at these pictures here, Gail.
Have you got anything yet?
And I didn't get anything there, but wait, here. Okay, what I'm getting is what some people call orbs, but they're probably just dust particles with the flash bouncing off. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, we can take a closer look at them later. Can you feel if there's any kind of presence on the stage?
Well,
can you tell if there's any sort of male or female presence?
Let me walk around.
Okay.
The one thing that I like to do is basically walk around and see if I feel anything. One of the things is place memory. Is there any type of memory that's been recorded in an inanimate object, or maybe even the floor? The other thing is sense if there's any type of energy, spirits, ghosts, that type of stuff.
It's a lot colder just here, Chris.
Yeah, it is a little bit colder
just
over here.
Here.
Yeah, it is a little bit different over here.
Why would that be? Because there's no...
Well, I don't know. Let's keep looking.
There's no vents or anything.
No. Hey, you know when I get like the back of my neck that sticks up a little bit and I get the little twitches and little chills?
This part of the theatre is much colder.
Yeah, it is a little colder. Something over here, though.
Don't leave me.
No. Get over here. I'm feeling a male spirit, okay? This is definitely a male ghost. But it seems like this place right here is where it likes to stand. And I don't know why. No, it's got another chill. Got another chill. Okay, male spirit. There's definitely a male spirit that resides. What I'm picking up right now is residual energy. You know, so I feel like it's the leftover remnants of whatever energy the spirit has when it's standing in a spot for a period of time. It might stand there and then move off somewhere else. I can tend to pick that up also, not just the spirit itself, but the energy that's left behind. And that's what I think I'm picking up, because right now I'm not getting any images of any trauma, any deaths, or anything like that, or any type of place memory. All I'm feeling right now is if there's a man just standing here, as if he's watching.
So as if there's an actual spirit here, it's not just energy?
Spirit, yeah.
There is a spirit around?
Spirit, okay? Not place memory or anything like that, it's spirit.
Can you tell, just by standing there, if the spirit is pleased with us being here, or does he feel like he's being invaded, his privacy? Can you tell how he's feeling at the moment?
Good question. I feel...
I'm really cold on my left side.
Are you?
Yeah, I am really cold.
I feel that he's basically watching, he's curious. I haven't sensed any anger or frustration yet. Just a slight depression, as if he's waiting, just waiting, okay? What is he waiting for? I don't know.
So, if there is a spirit here, he will know that we're here. He's not kind of in limbo and it's not connected with us.
Well, it depends. See, some ghosts, depending on their frequency or vibrations, they might not even notice us. Okay, they might be a residual haunting, meaning that they're stuck with going through some loop of their death or an experience that they had. They're not even aware of anybody else around them. But there's a lot of ghosts that are aware. And sometimes, but very few, they will basically interact with us. Okay, maybe someone touching you, or maybe someone doing something. But this one, all I'm picking up, I'm sorry, is just that it's just waiting. It's just standing here.
Did you hear that pipe?
Yeah, it's just someone back there, I think. It's just waiting. I mean, let's walk over here. Because I want to try to figure out if the spirit's still here right now.
How would you be able to know whose spirit it was? Would you have to ask questions? Can you get a name from the way that you feel?
Sometimes. I mean, I don't pick up names that much. It's mostly the emotions and feelings that I pick up. You know, namely because I'm an empath, too. Very empathetic to their feelings and emotions. See, I'm just getting pulled to the side. I'm getting pulled to the side. That I think the spirit, the ghost, whatever you want to call it, likes to hang out right here. Let's take a picture of this.
Is there some sort of vent here? Because I'm getting, like, blowing on my face.
Really?
It's just like, it feels a bit windy. Is it windy where you are?
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just take a picture.
I know, sorry. Let me take a picture, because I want to see if I get anything on this. The one thing I got to be careful with, there's a lot of dust floating around here. And since we've started setting up our equipment and everything, the air is flowing through, so it could be picking all that up. I don't want to get any...
Where did you see the dark figures?
Basically on the balconies. On the balconies. You know, see how you got the lights there? It's like, it's as if something walked right back, like a dark shadow went right by it, and then it covered it up.
Well, could you call out for someone? Would that help?
It always helps. They want to talk to us.
Well, who would we call out for? We ought to call out for Charlie Chaplin?
Want to call out for Charlie Chaplin?
Why not? Shall I?
I guess.
If there's anyone here in this theatre, could you give us some kind of a sign? If anyone at all is on this stage with us, can you make a noise or touch one of us or appear? Would be quite nice. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm just picking up something that's not very happy.
Don't smirk behind me. I don't like it when you do that.
I'm picking up something like...
Someone's not happy with me?
I don't know.
Why is every time I say something, you say someone's not happy?
I don't say that all the time.
Well, then
just
I
right
just
now,
get scared.
I'm picking up a different emotion. What was that? A different emotion. You know, something like it's not happy right now, whatever it is. Maybe as if we're invading its privacy. But this,
well, what can we do then? What can we do to find out if the spirit's happy or not happy, and if it's me?
Well, I mean, I could see if I can get any EVPs. You know, take out a tape recorder or a digital recorder, see if I get any voices, call out to
But then what we could do is, if you get your tape recorder, ask some questions, we can check them after tonight, and then we can play them back to Chris tomorrow.
Definitely.
If we get anything.
I wouldn't mind going up there, too. seeing what's up there that I saw earlier.
I mean, since this place was such an important, you know, an important part of Charlie Chaplin's life, because he had that major premiere here of his film City Lights, which was a major film. It was one of Orson Welles' favourite films, and they had their main premiere here. And I know that it was a really traumatic film for him to make, because as I say, it took 4 years. I'm pretty sure he didn't get on with the leading lady, and they had some sort of kissing scene to do, and it went on for, it was the longest, it was the most amount of takes he's ever had to do in a movie, because he just did not, they didn't gel. But I mean, if something that traumatic, such a big event in his life, and then they showed it here, and he put money into this theatre, it must, you know, he must want to come back here.
Well, it's possible. I mean, it's possible he can go anywhere. But a place like this, being amazing as it was, I've never seen a theater like this. I mean, spirits, ghosts, you know, if any of them were in theater, they might reside here. They might come back here. It'd be great if Charlie Chaplin does.
Why don't you just call it? Have you got your EVP machine with you?
No, I gotta get it.
Well, we can get it and do it in another room, see if we can get any voices. Do you want to call out? Maybe they like you better than me.
Well, let's see if we get a knock or something like that.
I don't want to call out if I'm making them uncomfortable.
Well, back there, something was not happy. I'd like to find out what that is. Okay. Are there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us? I know... Okay, I'm just feeling energy over here. Step over here.
Don't make me do it.
I haven't even finished my question yet.
Will you push me off?
No, just do you feel anything over here?
I just don't actually feel that comfortable on this stage, to tell you the truth.
Let me finish the question here. Are there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us? I've already sensed that there's some male spirit over there, and I've seen some shadows up there. Would you please come forward and communicate with us? Give us some sign that you're here.
The temperature has really, really changed over here.
Yeah, I figured as much because I felt it earlier. It is. I'm getting chills.
It's really cold.
I'm getting chills.
I'm getting goose pimples.
Whoa, come over here because this is even getting colder. Feel what this is like now. I've even got the hairs on my legs standing up right now.
Well, if I had any hairs, I'm sure they'd all be standing up. I don't feel comfortable here.
Okay, it seems that on this stage so far, I mean, I've seen stuff up there, but being on this stage, this seems to be very active, this area over here. Now, I haven't walked all the way over there yet, but right now, I have to say, this spot over here seems to be a little active. You know, with a little bit of temperature, a little bit of some energy, and then I felt that male spirit over here, as if there's
usually I don't feel it, though, if there's a temperature change. I don't usually feel the same as you do.
Really?
I really, really feel it.
Good.
It's making me slightly nervous.
Oh, we just begun.
Oh, great. Thanks very much. Do you think it's worth to call out one more time to see if Charlie Chaplin's here?
Well, since we're over here, and this seems to be the most active place we've been on this stage so far, let's just call out right now. Okay, is there a male spirit over on this side of the stage that can make contact with us? If so, would you please come forward and give us a sign? We want to know that you're here. We want proof that you are here. Please give us a sign. Okay, we do have some talking in the background from outside. Keep that in mind.
What's that noise over there?
Where?
Over that way.
It could be the echoes of their voices bouncing off. Let me check. Where'd you hear something? Right over here?
Well, look, do you know, I think we should just carry on looking just now. Okay. We'll head back to Chris in the studio, and we'll let you know how we get on. I'm not going away from you at the moment. I don't like it. Well, we're going to look over there, and then we'll tell you if we get anywhere.
Thanks, Gail.
3 hours of this.
I know, it's a long time.
You look after her, Chris. Carla and Lloyd, what did you think of that? What are your initial thoughts?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I mean, they're picking up a variety of things. It seems like Chris is picking up what we call place memory, essentially, right. Imprints, which makes sense in a place like this.
Okay, and you're a parapsychologist. For those at home that don't know what your job is, can you just tell us a little bit?
Well, parapsychology is the study of psychic phenomena, ESP, psychokinesis, and, of course, the idea of life after death, survival above death.
And you try and give us explanations that are a bit more scientific than psychic would.
It's more than that. We're also trying to knock out the normal explanations and even some unusual normal ones.
Okay, Carla, they said that they felt a man standing there and a lot of cold.
Something's going on right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now with Chris. right now with Chris.
What are you picking up right now?
Typically, they wait until the cameras are away.
Really?
And
so they know there's
every
cameras
single
there.
time. We had an orb that followed me one time. I was in a cemetery, and it was between me and the camera person, but it was when they turned away, we actually caught it with another camera.
Really?
And it was only when they turned away. But it's not that I'm making something up
No?
here. I literally think Chris is having contact right now.
Right. Are you picking up anything right now? What can you feel anything?
I actually felt something behind the nursery area.
Right, but what, right now, at this time now, not before, but can you feel anything right now?
Right now, Chris is experiencing something downstairs. Seriously, he split off from Gail for a second, and he may be getting nauseous. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to ask him.
Because Chris said that the man felt depressed, he wanted to stay there, he didn't want to move. Gail said she felt cold, a cold air coming through, and there were no vents. So what could that be?
Well, people experience different things when they have psychic experiences. So it's the way Chris is experiencing it versus the way Gail is experiencing it. And Carla's right, a lot of things do happen behind the camera. We've had a lot of investigations where things happen to the camera itself over the years.
Right.
Well, and he's a sensitive, so he's going to feel everything physically.
Right.
And he'll get physically ill in a situation like this. Whereas I interpret data, and I pick it up mentally, and I can hear. I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant.
Any ideas of who it could be?
I'm definitely getting a male presence more than...
It's interesting because Chris said that as well, didn't he?
Definitely a male presence.
Okay, well, we're going to speak to you a lot more later on, and we will have another chance to go back there and speak to them. Okay. We want to hear from you now. Just log on to livingtv.co.uk/deadfamouslive, and you can send us your messages about the show, whether you're holding a Dead Famous party or you see something spooky at home that we haven't seen, or even on the webcams which are situated in the auditorium, the ballroom, the projection room, and the powder room. Just text us, text FAMOUS, followed by your message to 83444. Remember to include your name and location. You must be over 18 to take part. Calls cost 25p plus your standard network charges. Where are you now, Gail? Gail, are you there? Oh. We've lost Gail there, live telly. We're now going to go to a break, so join us after this. Welcome back to Dead Famous Live from the Los Angeles Theatre. Now, we've had loads of texts and emails. I'm going to read some of them out now. Angela from Southampton says, "Hi, everyone. Me and the girls are having a Dead Famous party tonight and loving the show." So, yeah, that's great. Ed in Stoke says, "It's fantastic. Dead Famous has finally gone live. Loving the show." And Gavin and Paul in London say they've closed the curtains and expect the team to experience cold spots in the theatre tonight. I think they already have done, but we'll have more of those later, so keep those coming in. But right now, we're going to go back over to Gail and Chris, who are about to enter the projection room. Gail. Hi there, Gail. Program sound, please.
At the moment, we've got the one camera down. We don't know if it's spirits or what's been happening, but electrically, we're not doing very well up here. I'm not as freaked out as I was. I don't know if the spirits were following me or not following me, or if I've upset anyone. Chris has been enjoying this very much because...
I've got a K2 meter here right now that picks up any electromagnetic disturbances. As soon as that happened, I whipped this out to see what I was getting. I was getting some higher readings up here. Right now, I'm not getting the readings. But a few minutes ago, I was. Now, you can see it is starting to go up.
Right.
Come on.
As quickly as I can if
I've got sound. Come forward now. Come towards me right now. Show me what you showed me. There it goes. Show me what you showed me a few minutes ago. Come forward all the way. Come close to me. Come closer. Come right up to the thing in my hand. Show yourself. Come on. The spirit said here, you make this thing went wild minutes ago. Come forward to me again. Okay, it's not fluctuating like it was before, but I had this thing going all the way to the top.
Maybe we should actually take a walk into the projection room, because maybe whatever it was that was affecting it has moved. As I say, we've been having very unusual things happening to us up here. This is the original projector room. So this is where they would have shown all the movies from. And this is where, when we were down on the stage, Chris was looking up, and he was sensing dark figures sort of in the auditorium, just just beneath this, so it could, you know, all be related.
Yeah, the balcony.
So we just thought we'd take a wander around here, but if anything goes wrong, expect the unexpected, because as I say, everything has been playing up for us. Torches have been going off, and cameras are playing up, and the sound is playing up. So whether some spirit is messing with us, or whether it's just batteries and technical things, I don't know. I have to be skeptical and say it's batteries, and you can say it's not.
I'm getting no readings in here right now, and this is a lot of equipment. I'm getting no readings at all. Okay, so you can see, normally this stuff may go off when it's around other equipment. Like even the camera, it's not going off. It's not going off of this either.
Your microphone has been playing up. Is it? I think so.
My microphone's playing up?
Oh, Carla's coming too.
I swear, on that stairway, I swear, it was behind the door.
Right.
When you were calling to have it come closer to your recorder there.
Okay.
I saw it.
What
I saw
did you see?
something. It was behind the door.
Right.
When you were calling to have it come closer to your recorder there.
Okay.
I saw it.
What
I saw
did you see?
something move. I saw like a hair of a shadow move right around the corner on the right side of the door frame.
Show us where it was. Can you show us where it was? Is any cameras working? Is anything working?
Well, it's normal to have, it was right up here.
You saw something up here?
I saw something right here.
Show me now.
It was right here on the edge of the, it doesn't matter that the door is not open.
Okay, let's look at slight fluctuation.
But it was
There's nothing
right
there.
on the edge of the door.
Like it went through the door?
Like it went right through the doorway, like slivered right through the doorway. And, you know, normally I don't agree with every single thing a sensitive might say, but seriously, I was standing right there and I saw like a shadow slip in like smoke.
Okay.
It was like smoke.
Where can we get into
here
here?
towards the light source.
How can we attract that thing to come back, or whatever it was? Is there anything we can do?
We can sit here.
I'm not getting any readings on this anymore.
No.
Oh,
It slipped through the door and went the other way. Is it there?
It's back. Look at it.
What does that mean then?
It means that we can control this.
What do you mean we can control
Well,
it? Explain it to me.
Here's the thing. We can become sort of a magnet, and Chris and I can be a magnet together, and you can watch.
Go on then. You
you
two magnetize, and I'll
No,
I'll
seriously, we can actually.
Can you open up
It
this?
went in towards the light source.
Okay, right now I'm just getting one. It's not fluctuating.
Okay,
I think we've got a camera back as well.
but seriously,
It's behind that.
light source. And they go towards the light, okay, figuratively and actually, because it's any type of electricity with cameras going out, batteries draining.
But that literally, we just had
5
minutes of complete chaos. Cameras, microphones, everything.
I'm surprised if you guys don't have to change out batteries like every 5 minutes.
I've changed mine twice already.
Exactly. Well, what they do is they feed off the energy, and they travel along those energy ley lines. They're like ley lines for them.
Right.
They end up traveling along, you know, corners,
so
doorways.
what is this thing that you were talking about? You know, you being magnets.
Well, what happens
What
is
do you do?
We'll just meditate here for a second. How about that?
See if it goes off again. It comes forward.
When you meditate, what you both just
Let
are
me just
you
close this.
willing a spirit to come forward, or are you?
We're asking it in a meditative way.
You just got to remember, you have to explain these things to me because
Okay.
I am not in tune with.
What happens is we will demand that the presence make itself known here.
Right.
You have to command it to do so. You can't ask politely, and you can't just wait for it to come on its own volition.
No.
So
when you came up here, you said you saw something.
I saw smoke, actually, like in the dark.
Do you still feel something? Do you feel as if there's a presence here? Do you feel as if we're with someone else, or we're on our
There's
own?
something here, but it's behind you.
I think it's coming.
It's
and
behind
going.
me.
Yeah, it's behind you, but like towards this corner. Take a reading over there.
I see this light bulb. Light bulb doesn't even go off.
No.
Can you sense if it's a male presence?
It's like
female?
behind her over here.
Carla, is it male or female
Okay,
presence?
look, we're getting a little bit of reading right over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's right in that corner.
See?
Now, sometimes, let's not get too excited. Sometimes you have electrical impulses that converge within corners of buildings because of the way they wire a building and this theater, but it's moving on its own. Okay, it's not as, you know, it's going from here to here.
Well, I'd quite like to see it, please.
Okay, so let's see if we can manifest something. But I
Can
saw
you
smoke in the dark.
connect with the spirit? Can you ask them to give me some kind of sign, or just connect with, get them to speak to us, or make a noise, or touch us in a nice way.
Wow. Okay, why are you here? Chris, keep taking readings over towards this corner. Why are you here? What do you want? It's almost like a child.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not getting an adult. Chris?
I'm
picking up a child.
I'm getting messed with.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking up like a child, not maybe 10 years old, 11, 10, 11.
Do you feel like...
Oh my God! By itself.
The door open.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, it did.
By itself. Nobody moved. There's nobody pulling the door by itself. I didn't touch it. There's nothing in here to move it.
Okay, I'm getting chills right now.
By itself, it moved.
Shut the door again. Shut the door
Shut
again.
it. It was totally right there at the edge, right there. And there's no draft.
Ask him to do it again.
Okay. You're playing, huh? The child's playing. It's a game.
Do you feel like there's a child here, Chris?
I feel like there's something here.
There's something.
There's definitely something here.
Did you see that?
Well, can we speak to... Ask him to open the door. Ask him to do something. Make a noise or something like that.
It's like David.
David?
David.
Can you move the door again and come forward to this
I don't know the
device?
story of any children's spirits here.
Please come forward.
Sometimes they'll come where the parents were. They'll come where the parents spent the most time in their lifetime.
I'm getting no readings right now. None.
Too many of us are up here. Too many of us are up here. Sometimes they're driven away by...
Nothing.
Do you two want to stay here and I'll go look in the projector room?
Can we do that? I mean, that was pretty wild.
If you want, because I mean...
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
But if I shout, you come.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we will come and save you.
Because that's like 2 of you, 1 of me. I'll go, okay?
We'll save you, Gail. I swear. No,
Did
seriously.
you get anything?
It's worth investigating just for a tiny bit here, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You saw that. You
we're
felt
going to go
it
back
here
to
on
Chris
this
Porter in the studio. Chris, we're having a very interesting time up here.
I get
the guys are feeling things. Anyway, back to you in the studio, and I'm sure we're going to have lots of stories to tell you when you come back to us.
Yep, stay safe, Gail. Thank you. Jim, you are a huge Hollywood historian. You've written over 100 books. They said they were finding a child there. Carla said about 10 years old. Is there anyone that you can think of that would fit that description?
In the early 30s, I can't think particularly who it could be unless some little child star happened to come to a premiere or a preview here.
And did the child stars generally come here a lot? Was it quite a great place for them to come?
Well, when they would have the new picture opening, certainly they would put out the young stars because they always would appeal to the family audience to see them. And whether it be Jackie Coogan in the old silent days or Jackie Cooper in the early 30s, you certainly would have them out later on. As in today, Macaulay Culkin 10 years ago.
Right, okay.
He would come out. So people always wanted to see them. And they would come out with the adults.
Really? Okay. Lloyd, are there any reasonable explanations for what happened there? I mean, obviously, Gail is a skeptic, and even she was pretty spooked out.
Well, if you talk about the experiences that they're actually having, there are places where people are congregating, you might say, after their death. It at least seems like that people come to these places afterwards. And the reasonable explanation would be once you eliminate all the normal things, which don't seem to apply here, we're talking about experience.
Right.
And 2 psychics picking things up, 2 sensitive picking things up. It seemed like there was a moving magnetic field based on what Chris was talking about.
Yeah, that machine was going wild, wasn't it?
It was going wild in a very unusual way. I mean, you normally can pick up wiring and things like that, but that's pretty consistent. This seemed to be something that was moving, and it was following along with Chris and Carla's experience, which is important for us to look at.
Okay, lots of wild things going on there. You know, our cameras are going down, our sound, the batteries are getting drained really fast.
Which is a very, very common thing in a lot of the cases we've shot for television.
Right. Okay, we'll speak to you a little bit more later on. Loads of fantastic stuff going on here. Really, a lot of people are very spooked, so do not go away, because we'll be right back with more from the haunted Los Angeles Theatre. But will Chaplin, Judy Garland or Jane Mansfield reveal themselves? Find out after the break. Welcome back to Dead Famous Live from Los Angeles. Now, just before the break, lots of bizarre things going on. Gail was just about to enter the projection room on her own. So let's go straight over to Gail, Chris and Carla as they continue the investigation in the projection room. Gail, are you there? Are you safe?
I'm here, I'm safe. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. We're back up and running.
It was very strange, honestly. Everything went down. It was just, you know, it was like chaos up here. And then Carla came up, and then the next thing, there's doors opening, there's smoke going through doors and things, so it's been quite spooky. But I've wandered around the projection room up here myself, and basically I haven't really felt anything. I mean, it's an amazing, amazing old room, and you just, like, the history of this place is just astounding. But I've been hearing the odd scream and whelp coming from outside here from Chris and Carla, so I'm going to actually go back and join them, because I think they're attracting much more energy than I seem to be doing. So I'm going to see what I can find out. Oh, hi guys.
Hey.
How are you doing? I heard a few squeaks and things.
There's some anomalies going on here that I would like Chris to explain to me, because first of all, yes, there are windows open in here, so let's explain that. But there was literally no breeze. I didn't feel one bit of breeze when the door opened.
Well, when I opened that door earlier, you have to do the handle. It's not a, you know, it's not just a door that can swing open or shut.
Exactly. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. It was pretty much closed against the thing. It would have taken a little bit of force to open it. It just started opening by itself. But there was no breeze coming through the door through the crack at all. Not even going this way. I would have felt a breeze going right by me.
If there's a breeze coming out, you know, it's not going to open the door, is it? It's going opposite.
No,
so,
and the breeze would have gone through. Whoa.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay, thank God. No, but I would have felt the breeze go right through this crack, right here through this door. And I didn't feel a breeze. The thing is that he's taking readings.
Buzzing again.
Yeah.
There's a window over there.
There's a window open.
You
know what, can we close the window just to make sure?
I closed it. Open doors.
No, the air will come through being up where we are. But listen, we tested the window and we closed it. Okay, one of them. I didn't get a chance to close the other one. And when I came back, I said, okay, it's just the window. That's what's causing it. This went nuts. No, because this went nuts again, and all the lights lit up when I said, okay, it's just a window. There's probably not something there. This thing went nuts.
But it went nuts for like about 30 seconds.
Yeah, about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It would stop.
Like normal.
So we're
getting
lights,
and I haven't moved.
We're getting these lights lighting up, but you know, for everyone,
right
we're all
by
watching.
this
We're all wanting to, you know, can we see something? Can we get some proof other than just the lights going? Is there anything else that we can?
Spirit will travel along door frames. It'll go in cracks of doors, corners, right here, like. It follows along the corners.
There's a history of people getting touched, though, in this building. You know, actually, you know, physically, they feel something touching them or pushing them or anything like that.
Right.
How does that happen? Can we make that happen? Can we?
I already got touched earlier today.
Yeah.
When did you get touched?
When we were down here and you said touch, you went off over there. You said just give us something. I got touched right on. I got touched right on the shoulder about 5-10 minutes ago.
These guys don't like to do it on cue. Hold on. I still get a child.
Okay, maybe it was a child.
I still
get a nurse here that we're going to have a look at later.
Like between 10, 11, 12 years old, that kind of child. The mother worked here. The mother worked here or was around here quite a bit during the day. The child got the run of the place.
Can you voice connect with the mother or
I'm
the
getting
child?
almost like David or Daniel.
But is there anything that we can do?
Like a DA name.
Can we get David or Daniel or whoever it is to speak to us or to
They're
give us a message?
With the equipment is what
well, yeah, record some EVPs and then we can check them. And
okay. Is your name? Ask if your name is David or Daniel.
The spirit that's been messing with us, is your name Daniel or David? Can you speak to us, please? What is your name?
Why would a child be up here? Seems a strange place for a child spirit to be.
They play. It's a nice hiding place.
Ghosts go anywhere. Don't forget that. It has nothing to do with what age.
They play in the attic. Children play in the attic. Many times.
Okay, we'll see if I get that.
I want to hear that.
Do you want to go and have a little look in the projector room? Because I've just gone through there.
See, that's the normal thing. It just goes.
That's just normal.
We have a... Well, we've actually been getting loads and loads of emails and texts and stuff, and all the viewers are saying they wanted you to go into the projector room.
Who, me?
All of us. Yes, you especially. You and Carla.
I'll be out here. I'm just kidding.
We're through this way if we don't actually fall over everyone. It's a great old room.
The size of those cameras.
Well, we've got, look, here we go, the two projectors here.
Massive.
Look at these.
Sulfur.
And you won't be able to see just now, but the view straight down onto the stage is just magnificent. But because it's so dark, we can't see anything.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
These are amazing old things.
I smell it in a cemetery when I'm working in a cemetery too.
Are you picking something up, Carla?
Yeah, it's my trigger for someone who's passed on. It's like a sulfur smell. That's what it smells like to me. It's almost like a trigger. Lloyd was saying, he was explaining to me why that's my personal trigger, and I agree.
What smells?
Yeah, I get smells. I'm clairsentient to a great degree where I'll pick up smells of an area like a perfume or whatever, but mostly it's sulfur smells, and it's definitely dead versus alive. You know, it's...
do you feel like there's someone in this room with us, or do you feel that there's just something, there's energy around, or there's something moving around? What exactly is it? Because obviously I don't feel the same as you and Chris, so it's difficult.
It's different from the smells that you might get, like from a musty old building, like some sort of mold or mildew or something like that. It's not like that. It's like a burning sulfur smell, and it's like it's not decomposing flesh, but it's got like a pungent. You know, pungent smell to it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I just don't really want to see any decomposing flesh in a projector room in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I'm sure, I mean, great telly, but I just, you know, it's very difficult because you guys are always sensing things, and you know, I just want something. I want to hear something. I mean, the door is fantastic.
Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't do something weird
You
to
have
me,
to close your eyes, though.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Okay.
You have to close your eyes.
What are you doing to me?
Okay. I'm going to have you stand over here because I felt something this way, right?
Carla, did you just touch my back at all?
No, I did not.
All right, this is the second time I've been touched up here. The second time.
No.
I mean, I've got the battery back here, but this is higher up on my back.
Oh, my God. You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
No, I didn't touch your back.
It's twice. It's twice.
Okay. Now, ready?
Right,
what are we going to do?
Well, don't impale yourself on that.
Do you think a spirit would maybe touch me?
Stand right here. Close your eyes. Okay. Now I'm just going to calm you down. I'm going to take the energy and calm you down. Okay, if your name is Daniel or David, the little child that we saw up here, you're still here. I can sense you're here. You're laughing. He's laughing. He's playing. Gail wants to play. Okay. So I want you to stand here by yourself now. I want you to call to him. Okay?
Is his name David or Daniel?
I'm getting Daniel more than David. Call to Daniel.
If there's a child in this room called Daniel, could you give me a sign, please? If there's a child called Daniel, could you let your presence be known, please?
Daniel.
Don't do that.
Someone just stroked my elbow. Are you still there, Carla?
I'm still here.
Did you just stroke my elbow?
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes,
I'm not
you did.
here. I'm way over here. I'm way... Touch. Put your hand out. I'm way over here.
Who touched my elbow then?
I'm here. I'm way over here. I did not.
Yes, you did.
Tell me.
I've been touched 3 times
bumped
now.
into him. I bumped into Chris. I was way over here. Was I not over here?
Yeah, you were over here.
I was over here.
You're over here.
I have a witness. You were by yourself. He's playing. He's coming from that corner.
Well, maybe
He's following.
Maybe it was.
He's following electrical
Why are you
lines.
so surprised?
Right
I've been
here.
touched already twice.
Yeah, I
in this
know, but I'm not supposed to because I'm a skeptic.
I
So
know.
maybe I just banged my elbow or something.
Relax.
Oh, maybe
I'm
I
fine.
my
I'm
back,
okay.
I banged my
I'm
shoulder.
okay.
Okay, ready? I was way over there. I did it on purpose. I want you to
Okay,
feel
okay,
what we
okay,
feel.
okay.
Okay. Ready? Okay. It follows these electrical lines. That's why I have you against this wall. Okay? They travel. This is easy for them to find. It's like a ley line for them. Ley lines are getting wide.
Will you stop doing that now? This is not funny. What's happened
Chris,
now?
what the hell, man? What are
I'm
you
sorry,
doing?
No,
What happened? What happened?
I just said for whatever was here to touch Gail again, okay? I have had enough signs. What happens? I get touched again in the back.
So it's exactly, show me what happened. Show me what happened exactly. Where?
All right, stand here as if I was taking a picture over there. Turn around, okay?
Don't hurt me.
Like this.
Like a proper push?
Yeah, but I don't move that
Here,
easily.
just stand still for a second.
Well, how can that happen? How can that
Hold
happen?
on, I'm going to pick...
Was it right in the middle of your back?
The palm of my hand will
Let's
pick
hide
up a
it.
residue if he had anything back here. I'll tell you where it was. You tell me if I'm right, okay?
We just started.
Right, was it here?
It's right here.
Okay.
That was on my shoulder.
It's still warm. Come here. Come here.
Oh, you guys.
All right, feel from here and the temperature change. It's like warm.
Go down farther. So right there. It's right around there is where it was.
That is
It's
warm.
like a
The
much
skeptic in me is
warmer.
going to say, you're just sweaty.
I'm not.
He's not.
Feel
He's
this.
dry.
I know, but I've got to
dry.
say these things because I don't know what's going on with
Well,
you
he's
two.
dry, and it's not his little battery packs back here.
Can you scratch back there? Cause
No.
Because it
Stop it.
kind of itches when it touched.
Get your own scratcher.
Do you feel that it was a child? Do you feel that there was a child? Did you feel anybody or anything, or did you just feel touched?
I've just felt touched.
This is
I
not
can't say
very,
what it was.
Well, it's good. It's great, but
Where on your elbow?
I felt like there, just there. Like I thought it was like
And nothing's even over
exactly
there.
like you were doing like that. But it was like
Right.
that.
That's why I did that. What it does is...
I've just felt touched.
This is
I
not
can't say
very.
what it was.
Well, it's good. It's great, but
Where on your elbow?
I felt like there, just there. Like I thought it was like
And nothing's even over
exactly
there.
like you were doing like that. But it was like
Right.
that.
That's why I did that. What it does is it gives a frame of reference.
Well, maybe
It's a frame of reference for this,
something
for him
happened.
to play with,
Something
so that
to
he
mess
knows
with
what's
us.
safe for you and what isn't. You know what I'm
I want to
saying?
be touched again.
I don't want to go to the nursery now. You know that.
Well, that's where I was feeling so much was behind the nursery in that little corridor.
Okay.
We gotta
What
go there.
now? Where did you go? So
We gotta go there. We gotta go there.
We're all startled now
hearing a
because
noise.
we're getting.
Right, okay,
getting
fine.
startled.
Be calm, be calm. Does
hyperventilating.
anybody feel anything else? Can anybody sense any spirits up here of anything other than Daniel the child?
He's laughing. He's so laughing. He's playing. He's like impishly
Well, where is he?
playing
Can you
over in
see
the
him?
corner. He's over here.
Well, where
get
is he?
get
Let's
over here
move.
on this door frame, right here. Right here. Like
Where
along
is he?
right here.
Where?
Hold on.
He's just leaving energy.
No, imprints, like ether. Like ether. Imprints.
Why would
I
you
can
do
see a
that?
change in an energy. What happens is I read the changes in the energy field, and it's like when it goes through water. You know, when something goes through water and you can see the ripples? I can
Why?
see the ripples in the air.
Why would they not want us to, you know, if there is if Daniel is here, then why would you not want us to see him?
Well, he's here and he's laughing because he thinks it's funny how
Well,
everybody's
then if he
jumping.
thinks it's that funny, then show himself to me then.
Okay, go by yourself. Go out there.
Oh, it was me on my own.
Well, you have to.
Well, listen,
That's how you got touched last time.
Okay,
What,
okay,
you
okay.
can't be a big girl?
I'm going to wander off down there on my own. We're going to go back to Chris in the studio and... yes, I'm fine. We can deal with this, okay? Come back to us in a bit. Okay, I'm
Now,
off.
before you go, Gail,
Do this.
Gail,
Yes, I'm
before
still
you
sorry.
go, listen,
Yes, sorry,
I have
Chris.
to say, we were all watching in the studio, and we are very surprised because you were standing there on your own, you were away from the wall, and you felt a stroke on your shoulder, and no one touched you.
Nobody touched me.
No
You
one touched
promised
you.
me.
And you're a skeptic, so what does that mean?
Well, that means that maybe I've got a sore arm or something. Don't put
It
me on the
means
spot.
that you have an unexplained thing just happened to you there.
I honestly thought Carla was carrying on stroking my arm.
Well, Carla was a good half a metre away from you.
You were.
Okay.
You put your arm all the way out, and I was still further.
Okay, well, we're going to come back to you in a bit, so
Okay.
stay safe. See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Don't forget, you can see what's going on around the theatre on our 4 webcams, including the trigger object, which is Judy Garland's rhinestone comb. That's in the powder room. Log on to our website, livingtv.co.uk/deadfamouslive. Now, let's find out where Gail and Chris are going to be going to next. Oh, no, we've lost them. We're going to go to a break now. We'll be back very soon. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Dead Famous Live set here in Los Angeles at the Downtown Theatre. If you want a chance to win a holiday for two to the Dead Famous Live set in January 2006, then just complete this sentence. Chris Flemming is known as A, a psychologist, B, an astrologer, or C, a sensitive. To enter the competition, phone 09015 339988, or digital satellite viewers can press that red button on the remote control now. Now, we've had loads and loads of emails and text, and it's quite surprising how many figures have been seen on webcam 1, which is in the auditorium. Lots of sightings of a male figure in there. Lisa from Ramsgate, she's among 5 people to have reported seeing the dark shadow image of a man lurking at the bottom of the screen. So let us know if you saw that as well. While Chloe Louise from Suffolk has spotted a male silhouette standing on the stage. We've had quite a few sightings also on webcam 3, which is the powder room, so do keep those coming in. It's your show, we want to hear from you. Get in touch with your sightings, phenomenons, and anything strange that's happening to you whilst you watch, either on the website or on screen. You can email us via the website, livingtv.co.uk/deadfamouslive, or text famous and your message to 83444. Remember to include your name and location, and see our website for the terms and conditions. Now, let's find out if Gail, Chris and Carla have success. And we're going to go and see wherever they are now. Where are you, Gail?
Hi, we're just at the crying room, which is the room in the theatre where mums could bring their children, and so if they had babies or anything, they could sit in this soundproof room. It's really claustrophobic. We've been in there once already, and it's not very comfortable. It's really interesting about those emails, Chris. Lots of people have seen figures, dark figures in the auditorium. Good. So that's very interesting, because that backs up what Chris has been saying. So we're going to just take a wander into the crying room and have a look with Carla and with Chris. I'll let these guys go first, because they seem to be getting touched and all sorts of things.
You're not done yet, my dear.
I know, they keep threatening me all the time.
This place is small.
It is really, really tiny room.
Look at this.
Watch your step, you trip over that.
Okay.
Basically, as I say, it's soundproof so that the mothers could sit here.
Oh,
and
wow.
there have been reported, like, you can sit down.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. But there have been reported touchings as well here, and noises and smells. So, so this is actually at the top, like, on the bottom where the stalls are, right at the back. So this is where they would just sit with their babies and crying.
Feeling claustrophobic?
Yeah, it's very claustrophobic.
I can't breathe.
It's almost coffin-like, isn't it? I don't think I couldn't sit through a movie as a mother with my child in a room like this without either her freaking out or me freaking out. You can't breathe in here.
Well, and they couldn't get to anybody either. I mean, it's that feeling of helplessness, you know.
Chris, do you sense anything in particular in this room, other than
Just
claustrophobia?
anxiety, you know, just picking up the anxiety. I mean, I'd want to get out. I couldn't sit in this place.
Do you think that a lot of energy of the stress of you know, the noise of the children crying? And
yeah, definitely. Definitely. You know what I'd like to do is just for maybe about 5-10 seconds here, see if I can get EVP. Because it's so enclosed, we may get something. If we get a baby crying, that would be freaky. Let's see. Are there any spirits here that would like to communicate with us right now? Please speak to us so we can record your voices.
Do you think Daniel would have... What's wrong now? What is it?
Choking. A baby is choking. Choking.
What do you mean a baby's choking?
A baby is choking. It's choking to death.
Can you tell? Is it a newborn baby?
Yeah, pretty new, like maybe no more than 10 months old.
Okay. Because I know, I mean, I don't know much about Charlie Chaplin's history, but I know that he had 2 children, but then in 1919 he had a baby that died that was 3 days old. It was very young.
It was...
How did it die?
I don't know. I think it was a cot death. I'd imagine if it's 3 days, it's going to be something.
You know, sometimes what happens is, and this doesn't explain this, but sometimes souls converge with each other if they feel like they've had a symmetry, like they've died the same way, or they're buried near the same area. I've actually had that happen where I was taken to someone else's gravesite because they're companions along the way. I know that sounds strange, but...
What, you mean you get some sort of information and that leads you to somewhere that relates to another story?
There's a choking, like somebody choked a child in order to not keep it. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but
I just feel very uneasiness just sitting in here. I mean, it's not
Why would
because
that
of
be?
it's
Why
just
would that be in a crime room with a mother?
you know what? They come where they can be heard. It doesn't always have to be locational, and this is something I want to ask Lloyd later. Okay, I want to ask about this because I've had this happen on crime scenes before, where sometimes if they know you're converging and you've got sensitives and a psychic that can be here to actually pick up the frequency, they'll come because there's the telephone and they can talk to you. Okay? So it doesn't always have to be indigenous.
It doesn't have to be related to this actual room. It could be someone is trying to contact you too because you've got the abilities to see things that some of us haven't.
And I want to review that a little bit more, but it doesn't always have to be attached to the place itself. It can be just because we're here documenting and we're here drawing them forward. And they have no way to get us together in the same room because we're working separately.
Are you sensing anything in this room, Chris, or do you think we should just move
for
on?
Me, I'm very uneasy in this room. Maybe
Is that the claustrophobia as well,
no,
do you
no,
think?
No, I could be in a box and it doesn't scare me. No. It's just the uneasiness. There's definitely vibrations, everything that's been recorded here. You know, of course, the crying, all that stuff. I mean, anybody would know that. But I'm just feeling really uneasy. I mean, I think many times...
Do you want to stay in here on your own for a bit to see if you can pick anything up?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because maybe there's too many. It's actually making me feel a bit claustrophobic with everyone in here.
Should I go with?
Do you want to come with me, or would you want Carla to stay with you?
Do you want to stay by yourself?
Do you want to be on your own? We shall leave you on your own for a bit.
Okay.
And see how you get on. What was that noise? Did you hear a noise? Did you just hear a noise there?
Uneasiness in here.
No, but now I feel
how
better.
to grab it.
I didn't like that room.
I feel much better. I felt choking. Like someone choked a child on purpose, like they took a pillow.
Just restless.
Put it right over the child. The child was choking on the phlegm.
Yeah, I can't like that.
Not good.
My face is
Come this way. I'm going to take you to the
pressure,
auditorium.
as if
Because then we can actually see from the other side where Chris is. And Chris is. And do you want to come in?
Very irritating.
You don't want to come in? Why don't you want to come in? Don't leave me to go on my own.
I don't want to go in there. Seriously, my stomach just got kicked. What's in here?
It was this chair.
It's not good.
This
isn't good.
Why is it not good?
It's not good. I'm not feeling like a good energy here. It's pretty malevolent. Oh, God.
Are you okay?
It's like right here in the solar plexus, and that tells me that somebody that wasn't quite right in the head, a little bit nuts, a little bit insane, was at the bottom of this. This entity is not right.
So you're basically saying that there is some malevolent energy in this theatre. Is that because from what Chris has said already, with the dark figures, and people have been spotting it on the webcams?
Yeah,
is that what that dark figure is?
I don't like it. It's somebody. It's male. It's somebody that would be capable of rape or something. Like I'm not.
Do you want to stay outside for a bit?
I'll just stand here for a second. Thanks.
I don't want to go too close to the edge. Yeah. In case I get pushed over by someone. I think, from what I gathered, the dark figures were kind of seen down on the stage.
Why is the rope moving?
It's really, really cold in here.
Communicate with
Why is that moving?
What's moving?
The rope.
Say something.
Where's the rope?
Why is it moving? Nobody touched it.
What rope?
That one. Why is it moving?
Oh my God.
Nobody touched it. I watched. Nobody touched it.
Did that just start moving on its own?
Yeah, on its own. By itself. Nobody even touched it when they went by. I watched because I wanted to see what the hell the rope was about.
If there's someone in this auditorium with us, could you give us another sign, please? If you made that rope move, could you do something else, please?
He's saying he can't leave.
He can't leave?
He can't leave.
Why? Who can't leave?
He's not allowed entrance onto the other side.
Why would he not be allowed?
He's trapped here for some reason because he can't face what he did. He's not able to do a life review. Once they cross over to the other side, in order to progress to the next lifetime, if there is such a thing, do you pick up?
We've just Carla couldn't walk in here when we originally came through. She felt really sick to the stomach, like
solar plexus. No, not
really,
sick to my stomach.
like
not quite him. Like I got kicked in the stomach.
A really malevolent energy is in here, and she didn't want to come in. And then when we came in, that rope started to move.
By itself.
Started to swing.
And nobody touched it.
Nobody touched it.
Yeah, right now they're touching it.
Yeah, James's head is on that.
Yeah.
Really?
But it was moving by itself without anybody touching it.
But she feels like there's some bad spirit here that is unable to move to the other side because of...
I just get trapped because they can't face what they did in this lifetime. Like, there's a sense of rape, you know, binding someone, like it was taking something that wasn't theirs.
Are you picking up anything in here, Chris?
Well, I'm just listening to your story first. I haven't even walked
Okay,
around.
just when you walk in, do you feel anything? Have you got any energy that you're picking up that...
Not yet, no.
That maybe corroborates with Carla's
You know what I
energy?
felt when we were downstairs on the stage? Okay, I felt like there was something that was not happy. I don't think it was attached to the same spirit I felt earlier, but as if there was a spirit that did not like us here. Okay, I was very irritated. That was just the beginning of it, I feel.
So if there is such a thing as a malevolent spirit, do you think we are winding him up by being here? He's not happy.
It's like
Carla,
going into a hornet's nest. You know, you stumble upon a bee's nest and you kind of mix it up, they come out and sting you. This is the same thing. If you've got a spirit that's used to being alone, right, Carla? It's used to being alone, it might not want to be bothered. And here we are trying to come in contact with it.
Yeah,
but then how can we contact it? How can we actually let him know that we're here and we want to...
Make him face what he did.
I mean, if he wants to, yeah.
Make him face what he did.
Or
take him through a little
agitate him
therapy.
and see if he gets angry and does something to prove. What should we do?
Tell him what he
Well,
did.
there's a bunch of things you can do.
Well, then let's do something then.
Oh, snap.
Look at you, you little instigator.
Yeah, of course. That's my job. Right, let's go. Come on, then.
Hold on.
Do something. Come on.
Do something.
Make him
All right,
agitated.
Hang on, I gotta sit down for this.
I need to see something. I've not come all the way to Los Angeles to not see something. Thank you very much.
Well, you felt something. We got
Yeah,
that.
I did. What are you going to do, Chris?
I'm gonna talk to the energy for him, whatever it is.
Make him angry.
Oh, I make a lot of spirits angry. Don't get me started. Okay, if there's any spirits here, especially this one that is not happy with us being here, can you give us a sign? Can you show us that you're not happy? Can you make a sound or move something?
Well, if you're such a bad spirit, why are you hiding all the time? What's the point in you even being here if you don't show yourself? Is he scared or something?
He's not scared. No.
He's not scared, so
No.
he should be.
He's not easily intimidated.
No, he's very much the one that does the intimidating.
Yeah, well, bring it on.
Yeah. Well, he's abused women a lot. A lot. Slapped them around a few times.
I could slap him
Had
around
his
back.
will rape. It wasn't called date rape back then. They just had to be quiet about it. Maybe
I feel
that's
he's
where the
just waiting.
child was being suffocated because they didn't want it.
He's waiting. I don't know if he's waiting to make his next move or just wondering what we're going to be doing.
Well,
I think something more will happen.
I think, do you know what, there's a room downstairs that I went to visit earlier, the powder room, which is very, very scary in the fact that it's got so many mirrors, and I know that you say in a paranormal investigation, mirrors are very important and also a great tool for communicating, aren't they?
They can be, yes.
So why don't we relocate downstairs, and if there is such a thing as this malevolent spirit who's obviously too scared to show himself, then we'll go downstairs and see if he'll come with us.
He's going to kick your ass.
Oh, well, bring it on. Right.
He's going to kick your ass. And I'm not going to be there to
well,
save
listen,
you.
we're going to move downstairs, and Chris, Mr. Parker, back to you in the
Gail,
studio.
quick question.
Yes.
Quick question. That rope. There was no breeze, there was no wind.
There's no breeze, there's absolutely no ventilation in here, there's no air conditioning, nothing.
So can you give me a reasonable explanation as to how that might have happened?
I don't know. I mean, unless there was someone up there who's moved it from the auditorium above, but I didn't see anyone up there. And if you can find out if any of the crew had been up there, but as far as I know...
Gail, how do you feel about the spirit that's there and it's going to kick your ass?
I'm trying
You're
to...
trying to talk to it like it's a reasonable person, like it's, you know, someone you meet on the street.
I know,
He's a
but
ghost.
the thing is, okay, I'm on this investigation because I'm a skeptic and I'm supposed to be seeing, you know, I want to see something.
Okay, if you're a skeptic, explain to me why that rope moved. Give me
because
a
maybe
reasonable
someone was
explanation.
upstairs and maybe someone touched it, maybe not. And if not, then this is good because then I might actually get to see something. And I've just decided that maybe if I'm a bit Scottish and a bit mental, they might come and play games. If there is such a thing as a spirit, which that's why I'm here to find out.
All right, thanks, Gail. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, see you.
Lloyd, now, Carla just said that she said that sensitives come to use them as a porthole, like as a communication device. Have you experienced that before? I mean, you've got 25 years of experience in the industry.
Right.
Is that something that you're aware of?
Well, it seems like sometimes when you go to a place and you have psychics or sensitives there, that the word goes out. At least that's what many of the psychics talk about, and we end up with different types of experiences, and a lot of good evidence where we wouldn't get that normally going in by ourselves.
Right, and so basically when they find out that there's a sensitive in a particular area, they might come and use that as a telephone or a way of communicating.
They're using the person as a translator.
As a translator.
In essence, yeah.
And are they scared of the cameras? Do they generally sort of come out when the cameras are off? Or?
Well, I think the whole thing about the camera thing is really to play, to give some real good evidence. It seems like people, living or dead, can affect equipment better than they can affect physical objects. Okay. So playing with cameras and playing with batteries is something that's a natural occurrence.
And that would explain why they're changing their battery packs so often. Right. Really quickly, Mark, a baby choking, any explanations for that? Have people died in this theatre before?
This is a public place since 1931, professional and public. There have been countless people coming through here. Children have come through here. There have been movie stars that are associated with this, like Jackie Coogan, for example. Right. It's before his time. You remember, by 1931, he was much older. But everyone in Hollywood eventually came to a premiere here of some kind. They came here to see a film, because look at the opulence of this place. Yeah. So there's professional people. They used to have shows. In other words, like prologues, even during the 30s, they'd have vaudeville, they have different things. There could have been children, there could have been magicians.
Anyone dying here that we know of, or any reports of a baby choking?
We never heard that, but it's very possible.
It's possible, and at that time, you may not have found out that something like that may have happened. Police and the authorities weren't as advanced as they are now.
That would take research, a lot of research, to look for that angle of a place like this.
Okay, maybe we can find out tomorrow. Great. Now we're going to take a short break, but don't go away because we've got much more from Gail, Chris and Carla and all of us here in the Los Angeles Theatre, so don't go away. Welcome back to Dead Famous Live from Los Angeles. Now, just before we return to the investigation with Gail and Chris, we've got our own little experiment here in the theatre lobby. Carla Baron has rejoined me now, and we're going to try a bit of psychometry. Now, Carla, for those who don't know at home, what is psychometry?
It's basically where you hold an item or get the vibrations off an item that may have been imprinted in the environment of the item. So let's say if I pick it up, I'll be able to capture the history, perhaps, of what happened, or the message that's wanting to be conveyed through that item.
And is it something you've practiced before and that you use in your investigations?
Yeah, actually I have. I mean, I've used psychometry in a kind of freaky way, though. It's not the same. Right. It's not the run-of-the-mill. What I do is I take the item and I'll place it on the grave.
Right, okay. We don't have graves for you, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But we do have some items, and I know this is a bit of a surprise for you, and you didn't know you were going to do this, but here are a few objects. We've got an ivory necklace, a suede evening gloves, and a set of silver cufflinks. But before I reveal who owned them, I want you to see if you get any impression or any messages from them, or even if you might be able to tell us who owned them. First of all, this is a very ornate ivory necklace. Very nice there. So hold that. Can you feel anything?
Hold on. I want everybody to breathe with me, okay? Because it helps.
And at home as well.
Heartbroken.
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 So she might have been heartbroken?
She was heartbroken. She lost the love of her life.
Right. Anything more about the personality of this person?
Someone who always tried to please everybody, but never felt like they were good enough.
Right.
Had some sense of, they were in denial about their own abilities,
okay.
and about how great they were and their talents. You know, never saw what they really were and what they gave to the world.
Any names bring to mind? Any person you think that it could belong to? Any letters?
You know, there's an S around this person, but it may be the person they lost.
Right.
Okay. I just get crying all the time in their private moments. Crying, heartbroken, not wanting to be here, feeling like, feelings of suicide.
Not wanting to be here and feeling suicide.
Feeling suicidal. Feeling like they want to take their own life.
Can you give us a name at all?
Was this someone who enjoyed playing roles more than they enjoyed being themselves? Because I get the idea like
That's
they
absolutely right, and actually in the later years, for sure, definitely. Can you give us a name at all? Can you think of a name? Or any letter? Okay, would it surprise me to tell you that this person was actually Gloria Swanson?
No. Oh, God.
And I think it's really important to point out...
With an S. Wow.
I know that you've walked around the theatre, but you haven't had any history of the theatre,
No.
have you? You haven't researched it?
I've never been here in my life.
Okay, you're not aware of any of these objects before?
I've never even been here. I didn't even know this existed. That's why it looked like New York to me. I didn't...
Okay. Choose another object.
Wow. Okay.
The gloves. Okay, so these are two lovely suede gloves. Have a hold of those.
Okay.
Any immediate thoughts on those gloves?
Had her way with men.
She had her way with men.
Oh, very
she
much.
She definitely did, yeah.
Much
okay,
so.
it's Lana Turner.
Ah. No, oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely someone who, the first thing was, she's got no problems there. Seriously, no problems
Great.
at all.
And the cufflinks?
Do you want to hand them to
Yeah,
me?
let's just show the camera to the cufflinks.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Very ornate cufflinks.
Yes.
You haven't seen these before?
No.
No?
No.
And your immediate thoughts on those?
Cold. This person's cold. They don't want to share anything about themselves.
Right.
They basically have cut themselves off emotionally. Just have no personal ties. Goes from woman to woman.
Yeah.
No.
And anything about that way of living? Did they live spectacularly, or did they?
The weird thing is that I get there were personal habits that were meticulous personal habits, but a bit of obsessive compulsive disorder. It just, you know, everything had to be in its place, but didn't care what anybody thought.
Right. Any names that you can give us? Any names springing to mind?
You know, hold on. A J or a G, JG, maybe.
So you're getting a J or a G?
Yeah, associated with this. Hold on. Was this
any names? Can you give us any names at all?
Was this person showing signs of being bisexual? Or yeah?
Right, okay. This person was actually Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, God.
So you did very well there, a J.
Yeah.
You really haven't seen this before at all,
No.
have you?
No.
Okay. All right, fantastic stuff there. I'm actually very surprised. I really am.
I know, you didn't think I had skills.
You hadn't seen these before. I made sure that we brought these out at the very, very last minute.
And I'm going to share something with you.
Okay, go for it.
I have never done psychometry in my life in a studio, ever.
Really?
Ever.
No.
I have never done this. I've done it with murder victims and that type of thing, but very rarely do I choose this method. I guess I should maybe try it a little more, huh?
Okay. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so we're going to go straight back to Gail and Chris. A round of applause for Carla. Gail, are you there?
Hi, yes I am, and we are now in the powder room downstairs beside the ladies' lavatories, and it's absolutely, it's an amazing room. It's, you know, with all these mirrors in here, it's quite, It's quite upsetting because you keep turning around and thinking you're seeing shadows, but it's actually yourself. So we've sort of been wandering around here for a little bit while Chris was doing these psychometry upstairs with Carla, which I believe was very successful. So Chris and I are just going to go and see what we can... You had been picking something up here earlier. You were getting drawn down there.
Well, I was getting pulled to this hallway here. One of the reasons being is earlier someone had said one of the crew was back here and one of the stall doors opened them by themselves.
Do you think that's got anything to do with the malevolent spirit that we were trying to upset upstairs?
It's possible, but there could be more than one, Gail. I mean, there's many ghosts out there. And a place this big, I wouldn't think there'd be only one ghost here, or one spirit, so there might be more than one.
Do you want me to call out, or do you want to call out what would be the best thing to do down here?
Well, the best thing to do would be just to walk up and down here, see if I feel anything.
Well, should I ask?
Yeah, why don't you try to antagonize it?
I'm so good at antagonizing. If there is a spirit anywhere at all in this building, could you please show yourself? Come on, speak to us or do something. Carla said you're a very bad spirit, but for me it seems like you're nothing. So I just want some proof. If there is something here, I've spent my whole time doing Dead Famous for a long time, being a skeptic, and I really, really want something to happen tonight. I would really like to see that you exist. And I think if you don't show yourself, it's just because you're frightened, and because then I'm right and you don't exist. And I usually am right. And I don't want to be right on this time. What do you think?
What do I think?
Can you feel anything in here?
I'll tell you what, whatever the energy is, it's definitely getting a little teed off at you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Am I annoying it?
Yeah.
Am I annoying you?
The energy, not yet. You're getting close.
Come on, if there's anybody here, give us a sign.
There is energy that is building up.
Well, what do you think they would do? If this thing exists that you keep saying exists, what can they do?
Well, they can do a lot of things. I mean, they can make something move, they can bang
Why
on
don't
the door, they
they,
can show
why
your
don't they flush a
frustration.
toilet, or why don't they run a tap, or stand in the mirror, or anything?
Well, you can't ask really why don't they. They'll do what they want to do.
Well, I can ask.
You know? I mean, they're going to do what they want to do, you know? Let me just watch. Just watch. I'm going to walk up and down.
Okay, I'll watch.
Tell you what
I'll
I
keep
feel.
my mouth shut.
Okay, see, it's a lot easier. Okay, see, it's a lot easier when you're away from all the people to pick up what's around. I'm definitely sensing that there is a disturbed spirit. Disturbed. Definitely disturbed. It's not the same spirit that was upstairs that Gail and Carla were talking about. This is different. I wouldn't call it malevolent, I would call it more disturbed. Not happy, depressed, a little bit angry. I don't think it really wants to hurt other people, but it doesn't like being around other people. It doesn't like people being around it. This may be the spirit that had moved one of these stall doors earlier today. Spirit, if you're here right now, can you please give us a sign? What was that? That was one of the crew. If you can give us a sign that you are here, please do something to prove to Gail that you exist. That as an entity, as a spirit form, you exist. Give us a sign now. Are you afraid to give us a sign? Can you give us a sign? We want to know that you're here, so do something.
Do you feel anything, Chris?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same thing I felt with that other spirit. He's like pulling away, and he's a little teed off at us. He's not too happy.
Do you think it would have been the same spirit that
No.
Carla and you were both feeling upstairs?
No, definitely a different spirit. This one is more disturbed. Now, you were calling that one malevolent, okay?
Who just...
No, that's just the crew.
What happened? Okay.
It's the crew. You were calling the one upstairs malevolent. This one is more disturbed.
What do you mean disturbed, as in psychotic?
It's upset, it's, yeah, depressed, not very happy. We've got a lot of people down
Someone
here moving
just
around,
on a door.
and we're in kind of a narrow little space.
Okay.
So you have to be careful. Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody's going to pick anything up on that webcam. If something going through. Here's why. We've got this narrow hallway where we've had some occurrences early today, okay? We've also got a room filled with mirrors. Now, mirrors, Gail, have been known to, a lot of people do what's called scrying, where you look into the mirrors, and if you're in a dark room all by yourself, sometimes if you call out the spirits or ghosts, they will come forward and you'll see their face in the actual mirror.
Well, then why don't you do that in there then? Because I want to see something, please.
Well, the one thing is, I've never seen a room like this before that has so many mirrors that if you stand in the middle of the room, you can see through any one of the mirrors. So you're like in a central nucleus right here. The center of the room, you can look at all these mirrors. There's got to be some form of energy or power
So
that's here.
would you do it here, in a mirror like this one?
You can do it in any one of these mirrors.
Well, tell me what you do.
Well, it's always better, of course, if you're alone. You know, with so many people, it might cause the spirit to stay away. But what you would normally do is you would stand or sit in front of a mirror in complete darkness, okay, and your eyes will slowly get adjusted to the light. And by looking into the mirror, you will call out for maybe relatives, family, friends that have passed on or moved away. And what has sometimes happened is spirits will come forward and you'll see their image in the mirror. Even though it's dark, you might see them slowly illuminate. You might see a form begin to take shape.
We'll do that then.
Want me to do it?
Call on something.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay.
What was that noise? What was
that was my recorder.
Okay, fine.
It's my recorder.
Do you know what I'm like?
You are so jumpy.
I'm
Are you
not
still afraid? Are
jumping.
you still afraid of the fact because I got touched upstairs?
I'm not jumping.
Or maybe you got touched too? You're getting jumpy. Okay. Spirits, if there's any spirits that can hear my voice, will you make your presence known to us? Show yourself in the mirror, or give us a sign that you're here. Show yourself. Gail, all I see is myself. Right now, I just see myself. Nothing else. I don't think it's really dark enough in here to do this.
You get too jumpy in this room because every time I turn around,
You see a mirror.
You see a mirror, and I'm like, oh.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Ghosts can sometimes appear in mirrors.
It's like one of those magic mirror things at the circus, at the fun fair, but a very spooky one.
You'd hate to be in here alone, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't like to be in
No.
here alone. You're going to leave me, aren't you?
Maybe I should.
Okay. Well, keep asking questions. See if we
Okay.
can get something.
Okay.
Because I've got a feeling something bad's going to happen in this room.
Oh, you're optimistic.
Well, not bad, but I just think
Okay.
there is a chance.
Spirits, can you please give me a sign you're here? Can you please do something? Show yourself, move an object, maybe even a chair behind us, or speak to us so I can record your voice. I know that you are here. I've sensed you. I've seen you. Show yourself.
Welcome back to Dead Famous Live from the most glamorous old movie palace here in Los Angeles. It really is beautiful. Now, we've had loads and loads of texts and emails coming in. Richard and Velvet in Devon are having a Dead Famous party with all of their friends, and they think they can see a strange-looking man following Gail around the projection room. You sure that's not Chris Flemming? Might be. Yeah, don't laugh. And more sightings from our interactive viewers, this time on webcam 4, which is the projection room. Richard from Cheshire saw an image of a face in the middle of webcam 4 with clear eyes, nose and a mouth just before Gail entered the room. So I don't know if we caught that on any of our other cameras, but we have to wait and see. Now Chris and Gail have some company to explore them in the ballroom. Are you there, Gail?
Yeah, Now, is that strange man that's been following me around, is it not Chris Fleming?
I just said that, yeah, and no one laughed.
Did you? Did they not laugh?
I know.
Oh.
It must be English humour.
Yeah.
Everyone at home was laughing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
My mum would probably laugh. No, we've had lots of excitement down here after we left you, because, well, I'll let Chris explain. We're actually in the ballroom now. We've come out of the powder room, and you, just before the break, we were still in the powder room. Chris was doing an experiment, and then I came out of the powder room, and I'll let you say what happened.
Okay, I was still interested in what had occurred earlier today down that stall. There was the corridor with all the stalls. So I went back there and I'm like, come on, if something's here, give me a sign, do something. And I'm doing this, like flashing. A couple seconds later, a light flashes back. Now, it startled me at first, so I went and did it again, and then there was a light that flashed to the right of me. Now, I know that there's mirrors surrounding me, but this was a delay. It was after, as if it was doing like a light signal or smoke signal back to me.
We've got a webcam in there, haven't we? So maybe someone might have seen it. So if anyone
Yeah,
did
we
see
have
it...
had some text saying that they have seen lights flashing.
Did you? Well, that's perfect.
Good.
Well, that's good if someone
Good.
else has saw it, because I just walked out. I always miss the good stuff. Well, I've not actually missed the good stuff. Everything's been happening. But what we're going to try and do now is this thing called... We tried it before in Salem, and they called it table tipping, and we did it with a witch, and I didn't find it very effective. I don't think it actually even made the show, because it seemed a little bit out there for me, and it was very odd. Yeah. But we've got Carla's back with us, obviously. We want to use this energy that Chris feels and you feel that we've got in this ballroom, in this huge theatre, and we want to use it to make this table move. Now, I'm not entirely sure about this, so if you could explain it to me and explain what we need to do.
All we're going to do, and Chris is fairly strong today, so this will be good. We're going to hold our hands on the table like this, palms down.
Don't move. Take my flashlight off there.
Yeah, please. And let's be equidistant. Got it? We're going to put our palms down here. Don't move them.
Okay.
If this thing moves, don't move. Don't squirm.
So how do I not know that one of you two are doing it?
Because you'll watch us.
I'm not going to do it. My eyes are going to be closed.
There's no way I would do it, because I'm a skeptic, so what's the point in that?
Well, I have no reason to move a table. I'm just here to participate and see if we can harness this energy. Basically, table tipping is this. We're going to draw in sort of an involuntary, it's a poltergeist activity, but it's actually telekinetic in nature. So that's what makes it move. It's telekinesis.
So what do we do to try and attract this energy? Are you feeling energy already?
We're going to concentrate on the energy that was touching, showing itself, revealing itself to Chris. And I'm going to do this in motion.
And also, this table is on wheels, so if it does move, that's the reason it will
I'm
be
not
moving
pressing
quickly.
down. All I'm doing is drawing energy. I'm creating a
giant Ouija board.
I'm creating a vortex here, okay? And the only reason I'm moving is to create a vortex so that they can feel it and come here closer. Now close your eyes.
And a vortex is like
it's a swirling of energy in one focused place, okay?
Right,
All
okay,
we're
so
going
it's
to
like
do,
an opening for
we're
spirits
going
to
to bring
come
it
through.
down to this table. Rock the table. Rock it. If you're here and you want to show yourself to me or Chris or Gail, rock this table. Oh.
Did you not just move that? Did
starting
you
to
move
spin.
that?
No.
It's starting to like
I just felt it, and
Spin.
I'm only touching this tablecloth. I'm not pressing down, because you would have felt it press down.
No, I felt like it tips slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something happened. Let's try to do this together. Okay, ready? Move this table.
Spirits, please move the table.
Move it any which way you want. Tip it to the person that you want to connect with. Any one of us. Gail, Chris, Carla, whichever one you want. Move. Oh, I'm feeling it move.
Did you feel it move?
I'm feeling it.
It
It feels like water. It feels like buoyant. Whoops, I broke my own rule. I took my hand off the table. Okay, I'm not going to take my hand off the table. It felt like a buoyancy. Like
Chris,
it has
can you feel
energy.
anything? Do you feel it
Not
moving?
right now. No.
No.
A second ago I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Not right now.
It was like water. It was like the waves in the ocean. That's what it felt like.
Let's be silent and just give it a chance for the spirits. Spirits, come forward
Come here now.
and use your energy to move this table.
Tip it towards the person that you wish to connect with.
What was that noise?
The crew dropped something.
It was a cable. It was a cable. What's happened now?
It's moving. Oh,
It's moving again.
it's moving this way.
Yeah, let it move. Everybody just be calm. Let it move. Let it communicate. Spirits, continue.
Oh my God!
It's going again.
It's going again.
No, it is actually moving.
It's
to the
moving.
right.
Spirits, go faster, please. Spirits, use your energy. Go faster.
It's going
Communicate with us.
in a counterclockwise direction.
Continue to move.
Oh my
spirits.
God, my fingertips hurt. Oh my God, it's actually moving.
How is this moving?
I don't know, but
Is one of you two pushing this?
I am
No,
not
it's
pushing
not
it. Look at
funny.
my hands. I'm not moving.
Guys, relax. Let the spirits talk. Just
Oh my
It's
God.
not very funny.
Feel this.
Oh, I'm used to this.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I'm not used to the table moving like this.
I thought it is actually
I thought it would
moving.
go up
The
and
table
down.
is rotating.
It's
Spirits-
actually rotating.
Slowly rotating. Spirits, can you be stronger? Can you move quicker? Can you make the table move?
It stopped.
What was that noise? What was that noise?
Someone's cell phone.
It's moving again. Just slightly.
Because it's in a ballroom, could you not just like try and attract it to dance around the room or?
It's going in a counterclockwise direction. Let me describe what's been happening here. I feel it. Oh my God, it's moving again.
I know.
No, it is
Yeah,
moving
it's
actually.
It's moving.
Do you promise me, both of you?
I swear to God, I'm not moving. Look at me.
Gail, no, I'm not. Why
No,
would
no,
I
I'm
do
just
this?
checking, okay? Because I'm not that keen on
I
this.
am not that type of girl.
It's moving.
It's moving. Oh, feel. Look.
Yeah, it's moving big time now.
It's moving. Oh my God, I have
Spirits.
to actually step aside.
Spirits, use your energy. Speed up even more. Make a big thrust with the table, spirits. Move the table quickly now.
Gail, it's moving and you're feeling it. And you see what I'm talking about. I am not touching anything.
Spirits.
Oh, neither of you are touching it.
I am not moving it. It's moving by itself. I had this.
Look at me. I'm barely even touching the table. I got my hand.
I don't
slightly
even
off.
have any energy on this table, and it's moving in a counterclockwise rotation.
Okay. Well, I wanted something to happen, and something's happening. It's still moving. Okay,
Oh,
that's
my
fine. I
God.
can deal with this. What's making it move?
The spirits are making it move. They want showing us a way to
I'm getting
communicate.
goosebumps now.
Why is it going counterclockwise? Maybe against
Time.
time. Yeah.
It's time.
We both said time.
But none of
It's
these
moving.
experiments ever work.
Yep, that means.
Oh my God, feel this.
Yeah, it's moving.
Look, I have to step over.
It's basically just communicating with us
How
by
is this
movement.
Don't move.
Don't move. See, it stopped it. It uses your energy, basically, what it does, Gail.
Yeah, it's
the spirits
our
use
higher
your
energy.
energies to
We
make
must
it
be
move.
really strong here, the three of us.
It's moving in.
Oh, it's really moving. Look, are you feeling that?
There's no.
There's a
see?
small person under there.
There's nobody.
Is there
underneath the
anybody
table.
under there?
No, none.
Kick.
This is great.
Oh my God.
Come on in, Chris. We need
Yeah.
It's
good stuff.
definitely. All of us have got our fingers on
But you guys are getting
this.
so freaked out. I mean,
Well, because
I'm
I
used to
get
this
things
stuff.
like this
We're
very
girls,
often.
and we get to get freaked out.
Right, what's been
All right.
happening is this table is, it's still
moving.
It's going counterclockwise, and we've literally all got our hands like that with not
Yeah,
much
there's no pressure. We're not pushing. We're not leaning.
I'm definitely not moving anything because I wouldn't want to do that because that defeats the purpose of me even being here.
Right.
Chris, you've not even hardly got your hand on there.
I know.
Carla,
I'm like basically just
you're not
levitating
moving
slowly
it.
above it.
No,
It's
I
not
am
a small person
completely still.
underneath, and it's not
Are you still
electronically operated. So this is.
That's really good.
Spirit, give us another sign. Speak to us again now.
You're going against time. You want to turn back time, right? That's why you're going counterclockwise.
Oh my God, it's good again.
It's doing it again. That is so
It's
great.
just a tiny, tiny movement,
But it's great.
It's a
It's
definite.
definitely
noticeable.
there. It's
noticeable.
definitely there.
I've gone really cold. Is that just because I'm scared now?
You're scared. It's all the way up my arm now. Oh. Did you feel like... Now it's going clockwise. It switched direction.
It did switch direction.
It switched
Yeah,
direction. It's going clockwise now. Look.
Chris, can you find out who's actually doing this?
Oh my God, look.
I know.
Look.
Spirit, if this is a male spirit, rotate the table clockwise. If it's female, rotate it opposite.
It's male.
Counterclockwise.
It's going clockwise.
It's male spirit. It's going pretty fast.
Oh my God! I have to step over again.
My hands are literally not even touching. I've got my fingertips.
What do you mean?
Like that.
Hardly touching, just like...
Barely even touching?
Barely.
Find out who it is. What?
Well, it's male.
Yeah.
It's male.
Find out more, come on.
Okay.
I get
All
excited
right,
now.
Spirit, are you related to this theater? Did you have something to do with this theater? Did you perform here? Did you build it?
Clockwise, yes. Anti-clockwise, no.
Clockwise, yes. Counterclockwise, no.
Have you got something to do with this theater?
Nothing.
Let's ask it another way. It's too complicated. If you want to say something to us, say it now. Say it through the table again. Now it's going counterclockwise.
Clockwise.
It's about a woman. It has something to do with a woman, right? Did you lose a woman? Did something happen with a woman? Did someone steal your woman?
It's going anti-clockwise. What does that mean then?
It's about a woman. Feel that. It's like totally moving. I have to move with it.
I don't understand this.
Now it stopped.
It's a form of communication, Gail.
Yeah, I know it is, but
just like a Ouija board, just like...
I know, but I've never done a Ouija board before.
Well, I'm not too jaded to not be scared, so I'll be scared with you. This is great. This is good stuff.
Well, can we find out more? Why is he not answering questions properly? Or is it because he's not picking up what we're saying, or is it too complicated?
It's too complicated.
Is it tiring for them to move this?
I'm getting images, though, of losing a woman to another man.
What are you getting, Chris? Are you picking up any images?
No, I was just getting a young girl, some young child or girl.
Don't move.
Can you voice connect with this spirit, Carla?
What do you want to tell us? Why are you still talking to it? Oh, it's moving. Why are you going counterclockwise? Do you want to turn back time?
Still moving.
It's going counterclockwise. Is everyone looking at this? Oh, wow. That's freaking me out. That's so great. That's so great. You can do this.
Can you communicate with him? Can you find
Now
out
it's going the other way. Now it's going clockwise.
Does he want to communicate with you? What's he doing?
Do you want to talk to me? Answer.
To communicate with you. What's he doing?
Do you want to talk to me? Answer with the table. Do you want to talk to me or Chris? Do you want to talk to Chris? That's clockwise. Chris?
Are you the spirit that I sensed down that corridor that shined the light back at me? Are you that spirit? Move the table if you are. It's moving.
Clockwise.
Yes.
Put your hand back there, Gail.
I know, but I feel very ticklish in my arm.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, me too.
Ooh, you just had a chill go right through me.
What's happening to everyone?
I don't know, but it's clockwise now, and I have to go with it.
Yeah, I barely. Look at this. See?
I know. I'm not even.
Was he an actor? Was he? Ask him if he's an actor.
Okay. So we've got. It's most likely male. It's the spirit that was over there. It was in the ladies' room. Interesting. Did you work here?
Welcome back to Dead Famous Live in Los Angeles. Now, Gail and Chris are ready to venture into that claustrophobic little nursery. Are you there, Gail?
Yes, I am. I am there. Can you see us?
Yep.
Hi. Yes, we're going to go into the nursery in a few minutes' time. We're just getting ourselves set up here. What did you think about that table stuff we were doing?
I think you should put a mark on the legs so that you can see that it's definitely moving. And how do you know it's not the tablecloth?
No, it definitely was. Actually, it was completely moving.
So you felt it move?
Yeah, and me, I am a big skeptic.
And
so,
it couldn't have been Chris, it couldn't have been Carla?
Well, everyone's fingers were like so light on the table.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, I've got to watch it back myself.
It's hard to see it on the screen, because obviously it moves slowly.
Yeah, it was moving just a minute amount, but I mean, it definitely, hand on heart.
Who do you think it could be, Gail? Who could it be?
It'd be great if it was Charlie Chaplin, but I don't know who it was, because no one, you know, Chris tried to connect with the spirit.
Right.
They felt it was a male spirit, so...
Great. Well, good luck in the nursery.
Thank you very much. Where are we going to go in now? Right, through you go.
Okay.
Now, this place it smells disgusting. We came in earlier, and basically this is the nursery for the theatre, and as you can see from the murals on the wall and everything, it was obviously painted for children, and but the smell is rancid. It's like sick or something. It's awful, and it's so different from every other room in this building, isn't it? The first thing you notice is it's like gut-wrenching smell. It's awful.
It's like a circus tent.
It is. It's like a really. It's like one of those circus tents from one of those horrible old movies.
Like from,
It's got a very horrible feeling about it. The murals are scary in themselves. I'm not too keen on these.
Wow.
But apparently, Chris,
Yeah, Gail?
where are you going?
I'm going in the back here. I just want to see if there's anything
Are you
back here.
picking something up there?
Just the smell.
Well, what drew you to the back so quickly?
Just wanted to investigate.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No, I agree. It's back here.
What's back here?
Investigate.
It's back here. That's
Okay.
where it is.
What's a spirit? What do
Yeah.
you mean?
I felt
Can we
it,
get through here?
I felt it earlier, so let me see. But when we were back here before... Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Gail.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Gail.
Yes?
Someone wrote hell back here.
What?
Hell with the letters. H-E-L-L.
Are you serious?
Oh, ha ha.
That's very
Who
funny.
did that?
Why?
I don't know.
It's probably been here for a long time.
That's funny.
Someone being funny.
Very,
All right, it ends
very
over
funny.
here.
What is it you're picking up in here?
666.
Carla's-
Very nice.
Carla's picking up something over here. What are you picking up? This is horrible. What is this? Oh,
Be careful. There's a lot of
God.
broken
Stop it. What
glass.
happened?
A lot of broken glass.
It's more in this area right here.
What is more over there?
Was there ever any water that came down through here?
It looks like it.
No, I'm serious. Was there a
Look.
flood? Did this theater flood
No,
at
it's
all?
there's a sprinkler valve drain right over here.
Look at that wall, though. Something's
It
happened.
goes right alongside the wall and then it goes down where you're standing. So there's a sprinkler valve drain. What does that say?
No fire where the sprinklers would have gone off on their own?
Installed by J. Holcomb Company.
I don't know anything about fires or floods or anything. I mean, we could
Okay.
find out that.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's
let's
leaked.
find out and let's ask. We need historians, please.
What the stories I've heard about down here are the touching again. Touching smells, obviously. I mean, we smelt that smell when we walked in. And
there.
Touching,
and
I
dark
get touched.
shadows again in the
Every
nursery.
single time.
Yeah, it's centered right here, though. This section,
Gail,
not as much.
Gail, that's the second time that you said the word touched that I've been touched again.
You just got touched now?
No.
The second
Show
time
us where
you
you got
said
touched.
the
Where
word
did you get
touched,
touched?
I get touched.
Where?
Where? Show
right
us.
here.
Where on you?
I was right here. It was in
Yeah,
the
but where
back.
on your body?
It was in the back again, just like it was before.
What's the deal
Sure,
with
you
your
have got
back?
sciatica.
No. When you said touched, when we were upstairs, okay, that's when I got touched, okay, like the first or second time.
Well, then do it again.
And then
I'll
you
do
said
it again.
touched, I got touched again.
Shall I do it again?
Fine, just
Okay.
give me some
People-
distance. Great.
People in this room have been known to get touched. And if you can touch anyone, could you touch Chris and show us that you're actually here? Why do you always do it when we're not around? What?
That's the thing. The
What's the
sprinkler
thing?
valve drain. They're trying to tell me something about the sprinkler.
Who's trying to tell you something?
I don't know, but I keep getting flooding. Flooding. Damage, flooding.
Are you getting
Somebody
touched?
got sick through
When
the
you
lungs.
said touched, I got touched.
Somebody got sick through their lungs, like they had some
Second
sort of
time you said
bronchitis
touched, I got touched.
or pneumonia.
No one's... What was that noise over there? Did you hear that noise?
Um,
Did you hear that noise over there?
No, I heard him.
No, I heard it over there. Is there anything over there?
Gail? Why does she go off on her own like that? Gail!
Because I'm Scottish.
Because you're stupid. Get over here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, get out of there.
Oh.
Get out. Get out. Get her. Go get your
toy.
Okay, I don't know. I was trying to see what was there, but some noise was over there.
You and your noises. You always get scared of
you would
noises.
investigate.
Will you go and have a
Okay,
look over there?
okay, yeah, let the boy go. Let him go.
Was the one that goes
Yeah, let him go.
Something felt a bit, it stinks over there.
Really?
Can you smell it?
Is it
It smelled worse back
like
in the
mold?
nursery.
I don't know,
You know,
maybe.
there's bits of... I mean, there's bits and pieces of this that's been put in. It could have fell.
What's going on with the sprinklers, the water system, the flooding, the water system?
There's the sound. What was that? Did you hear that?
Is that you? Is that him?
This is what made that sound. So, it could have been a piece of this mortar or whatever. Could have dropped and maybe hit that.
Can you... Why don't you call to someone, see if there's someone here with us? Because you felt Damien, Daniel,
That's another movie.
I've gone all over you.
Dead famous, look for Damien.
It's getting
Daniel.
late, you know? I'm getting
Daniel.
like towards the witching hour and I'm getting all... Okay, call out to somebody. There must be someone here. If you guys have felt Daniel upstairs and you felt something malevolent and you think there's something in the powder room, and the powder room is just over there, so if something's following us around, then make them show themselves.
Definitely something with the sprinkler system. Something happened.
What about a noise? Anything?
Whoa. What the hell?
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay. One of the number 6s has just fallen off the bins.
What the hell?
There's 3...
Gail, stop it!
No, honestly, there was no one here.
I know, nobody was there. That's freaking me out.
6.
Yeah, someone must have done that for a joke. Yeah, but look, that's just fallen off.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
666.
What?
It could be 699. It could be 969. It could be 999. It
It's
could
just
be...
ironic.
They never
repaired
repaired the pipes. They
How did it fall
they
off,
just did
then?
a quick fix.
Well, it's a joke.
They
Someone
never
wrote
repaired
house, someone
them
wrote
completely.
666.
They
It's
didn't do
gotta
them
be
up
true.
Why would it
code.
fall off
Something
its own?
was
That's all I'm
off
asking.
code here.
Maybe someone should
Off
I don't know. I was over there,
Okay,
so I
well,
don't know.
no one was there. We're all there. Anyway, listen, we're going to stay down here. Wander around in the nursery. Back to Chris in the studio.
Thanks,
and,
Gail.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Historians, have we heard of any flooding or sprinkler damage before? No?
Well, most of these buildings, you know, which have been not used for many years, yes, there's galvanized piping in them that starts to go, and there are little floods and things, but it's a common thing.
Right, so it could be common in here, so Carla could be right.
Well,
Great. Okay, we're just going to go to a quick break now, but don't go away because Gail and Chris will continue the search for paranormal activity. Welcome back to the Los Angeles Theatre and Dead Famous Live. Let's find out what Chris and Gail are up to now. Gail?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Where are you?
Well, we're actually in the nursery, and we have set up... We're going to have a séance. I know that we've got some people coming down from upstairs who are with you. Obviously, we've got Carla here. We've got Chris. I'm not going to take part in the actual séance because I'm a skeptic. I'm going to stand outside because I don't want to bring any negative energy.
So you're going to be like an independent adjudicator?
I'm going to be an adjudicator. I'm going to be with Richard Sennett, and we've done a lot of things together before because he's a parapsychologist. So basically, he can explain to me exactly what's going on. He's going to make sure there's no cheating, there's no fraud. Right. He's just going to make sure that I know exactly what's going on. Gloria's going to be here. They're all going to come down, and hopefully...
And Gloria and her ghost tracking team, is it?
Yeah, Gloria Young.
Right.
And we've worked with her on many shows. In fact, here they all come.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you
See
very
ya.
much. We're going to set them all up, and I'll see you in a minute.
See ya.
Right, guys.
Okay, now, what do you think of tonight's investigation? We want to hear from you on Dead Famous Live, your say. From midnight until 1 a.m. Call us now on 09014 900 999, and you could be live on air giving your reaction to what you've seen, or you can text us on 83444. And we'll be right back after this break with a séance, and maybe the movie stars who have entertained at this theatre will return tonight. Welcome back to the Los Angeles Theatre and Dead Famous Live. Now, what do you think of tonight's investigation? We want to hear from you on Dead Famous Live. Your say from midnight until 1 a.m. Call us now on 09014 900 999. That's 09014 900 999. And you could be live on air giving your reaction to what you've seen. Or you can text us on 83444. That's a text on 83444. But before we hand over to Gail and Chris, here's a quick reminder of what's happened here in the last few hours at the Los Angeles Theatre.
What I'm getting is what some people call orbs, but they're probably just dust particles with the flash bouncing off. No, it's got another chill. All I'm feeling right now is if there's a man just standing here, as if he's watching. I'm just getting pulled to the side. I'm getting pulled to the side. That I think the spirit, the ghost, whatever you want to call it, likes to hang out right here.
I'm not going away from you at the moment. I don't like it.
10, 11.
Do you feel like...
Oh my gosh! By itself.
The door open.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it did.
By itself. Nobody moved. There's nobody pulling the door. It's like a ley line for them. Ley lines are really wide.
Oh, please stop doing that now. This is not funny. What's happened now?
I just feel very uneasiness just sitting in here. It's not
Why would that be?
Nobody touched it. I watched. Nobody touched it.
Did that just start moving on its own?
Yeah, on its own. By itself. Nobody even touched it when they went by.
Okay, if there's any spirits here, especially this one that is not happy with us being here, can you give us a sign? Can you show us that you're not happy? I'm definitely sensing that there is a disturbed spirit. Disturbed. Definitely disturbed.
Loads of strange things happening here tonight in the Los Angeles Theatre. But right now, Gail and Chris are ready, so we're going to go over to the seance. Gail.
That's the sixth time.
He's already been lectured, taking a very bizarre turn. Debbie Sennett, Richard's wife, is leading the seance, and she seems to be channeling.
Do you remember your name when you worked here?
She's getting very upset.
What was your name?
Gloria and Jason, Carla and Chris are all asking her questions, which she's visibly very upset.
Here. Do you remember
Richard,
when?
What's happening to Debbie?
She's channeling the spirit of George
George
who died here long ago.
George, do you realize that this place is
And
no
how can
longer
this
available
happen,
to the
though?
public?
She's a medium. She absorbs like a sponge the spirit and translates it back like a radio, for instance, bringing a broadcast from another place.
George.
Pain. She's now reliving the death scene.
Can't be happy.
Because you believe you can't be happy, George. You are what you become, you are what you believe. Your thoughts are what are trapping you here. You must let go of those thoughts. Understand that the truth and the knowledge is in the light. Happiness is in the light. Not pain. Not being trapped. You can be free if you go into that light. You no longer will feel pain.
Oh.
George, are you still with us? Who's with us now? Ooh.
The spirit has moved on. She's channeling something else.
Who's with us now?
Margaret.
Margaret. Margaret, why have you come forward to talk to us? Why are you here?
I don't know.
Do you stay here, Margaret, in this building?
No.
This old theater?
Well, I don't know.
Do you remember anything, Margaret?
Yes.
What do you remember?
At home?
Where was the home, Margaret?
My apartment.
Your apartment. Where? What city? Do you know?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. What year is it, Margaret? Do you know?
1942.
It's 1942. Do you know what year it is now, Margaret?
1942?
It's 2005.
No.
A lot of time has passed, Margaret. What have you been doing?
Taking care of my children.
Where?
At home.
Why did you come forward during this seance? What brought you here, Margaret?
Sick.
You're sick?
My son.
Do you want to see your son again, Margaret?
Daniel.
Where is Daniel, Margaret?
I don't know.
He's here. He plays games. I saw him. I saw him upstairs. He's a nice boy.
He's my son.
He's still your son.
I don't know where he is.
He's upstairs.
Why?
He likes it up there.
Why?
Because he likes high places.
He's sick.
Not anymore. Now he just thinks he's in a playground. He doesn't know where he is.
Help me.
Margaret, do you see a light?
No,
Look for a light, Margaret. It's going to come for you.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Daniel will be able to hear you if you step into that light and call for him.
I'll lose him.
No, he'll come running to the light also. If you see a light, Margaret, the one that is coming for you, you step into that light, you go straight towards that light, and you call his name. He will then hear you, and then you will be together. Do you understand this?
No.
Do you understand what I'm telling you? That when this light comes, you go towards that light and call his name while you're stepping into that light. He will hear it.
I don't understand.
Do you want to go home, Margaret?
I want my son.
Do you want to be with him and go home?
He can't find you because you don't want to be seen. You need to let him see you. He can't find you. He's telling me he can't find you. He doesn't know where you are. He calls out and he just thinks you went on an errand. He doesn't know where you are.
Here.
Tell him you both need to go to the light. Tell him.
I need him. I'm so scared.
Yell to him. Call him.
He won't hear me.
Yes, he will. Call him by name.
I've been yelling.
Yell now, because you have us now to help. Yell.
Daniel, please. Let me need you.
Getting much colder.
A lot colder. Chills.
Yeah. He hears you. He keeps saying his name because he turned around.
His mommy.
Daniel, go to your mother. Daniel, come down from there. Daniel, come down from there. You don't need to climb up there anymore. Come on. Your mom's ready to go. Come on.
I see.
Go ahead, go with your mom. That's really her. Yes, it is. It's really her.
Oh my God.
See, it wasn't that hard. He's there. He heard you. He just needed to hear you. You were in the dark. He didn't hear you. That's all. That's all it is. You're welcome. Hold him.
I'll look for the light, Margaret. Enter it together. Go home. Go home.
Go home, Margaret.
He doesn't know any time has passed at all. He thinks it's the next day.
Does anybody feel that malevolent spirit?
Yep.
The one that we felt?
Gail, it's behind us now. It's not happy that we crossed somebody over.
Yeah, because we took one of them.
It's standing like right behind me.
You're getting very chill.
Something's happening. Just to, you know, at home, that this, when we started, it wasn't
The air is
protected,
changing.
it wasn't
It's a
protected,
thicker, colder air. It feels my legs and my back as if someone's standing behind me. Like dark figures, cloaked figures, just dark, shadowy figures that are moving forward. They're not happy that we just sent someone into the light. They're not pleased with that because they are the opposite of the light.
They were feeding off of them.
They were feeding off of the spirits, the other spirits around, their energies, because theirs is now at a lower vibration, and to maintain existence, they have to feed off of other spirits as well as other people.
The malevolent spirit could be the one that comes last, because she's at
What's
the weakest.
highly odd, though, is that they can't actually touch this circle. I'm seeing them circle around us, but they can't actually touch the circle. Pretty amazing. I've seen them circling, like, they're trying to get in, they're trying to find an access point in, and they can't get in.
But this has been protected, so it's...
Who's with us now?
This whole...
Don't worry.
This whole seance has been protected by Debbie and Carla, so there is no danger to anyone that's involved in this. But we were looking to see if we could find the malevolent spirit, and he seems to be going through Debbie right now.
No!
That looks pretty negative.
Go away. No.
Do you know who it is? Does anyone know?
Yeah, it's me. Go away.
Who are you, then?
It's Debbie. Go away. No.
She's trying to get through to her, that's it.
Oh, she's trying to get... She's trying to not...
No.
She's trying to get it out.
Something bad wants to come in. No.
Hold hands. Continue holding hands. Send energy towards her. She's trying to fight off whatever this thing is.
No.
Do you all feel this negative energy around the table?
Mm-hmm. I feel it as cold.
I'm seeing it in between all of them.
No.
It can't get in. It actually can't get in here.
No.
So whatever it is, it's floating around the table trying to get in.
It's flying at a pretty
right around
fast
the table right
velocity,
now.
and it's actually weaving in and out of our heads, but it can't get in.
It's trying to get into
Yeah.
her. She's weak.
Well, she's weak because she was in an emotional state. You need to get mental state now. It needs to be very even keel. You need to erase all emotion now. Debbie, all emotion. Even it up.
Jason, what are you picking up?
Gloria's getting very sick.
I'm getting nauseous.
Trying to get her to break the circle.
No.
Gloria, keep holding everyone's hands.
Don't let go.
Focus on my hand,
Oh, don't let go.
No.
Whatever you do, don't let go right now.
No, we're not going to let go.
Gloria, are you okay?
It's all mental. It's okay, it's all mental.
If you get sick, aim that way.
Focus
Oh,
on my
yeah,
hands.
not on me.
Focus on what's real. Hold our hands. Just focus
You're
on
not
the
protected.
feeling.
You're going to protect yourself. Gloria, don't
We
let
need to
anything
bring in
through.
the white light more.
Yeah.
Focus
More.
on the white light. Focus on the white light. Focus on the light of the candle. Amplify it throughout your mind.
No, you're all right,
But
Gloria.
you're okay. You're okay.
All right, Debbie? Yeah.
You're okay. It's just like a panic.
No,
You're
you
okay.
have no
Come on,
power
Gloria.
here.
I'm really
No.
lightheaded right now.
No, you have absolutely no power in this realm. I don't know what you think you're doing. You have no power here. Sorry, you have to go now.
Not good.
You're not getting in.
Nope.
It's behind Chris right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's weaving in and out.
Oh. It's really, it's standing behind Chris.
You gotta be kidding me. You're not getting in here.
In fact, it's putting its hands on his shoulders.
Absolutely
right now.
not. Go away. Absolutely not.
Can you feel him, Chris?
It's a lot colder behind me. He can't get in.
He can't get in.
I've been protected all the
This
time.
is a barrier.
I didn't open myself up to channeling.
Don't get sick.
Don't get sick, please.
You're fine, Gloria. He's pissed. It's the first time he hasn't gotten his way in a long time. You're okay.
And we're a little stronger than
You're okay.
he imagined.
Just breathe.
Breathe
You're okay.
normal.
Breathe deep. Keep your feet firm.
Rub her arms the way I rubbed yours. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
It'll even her up.
It's moved.
Yeah.
It's now over to my left.
It's cold west.
It's better.
Left side.
Better.
You're okay.
No, don't worry.
That's right. That's what it
Mine
wants.
doesn't matter. Don't let it win. Don't let it win, Gloria.
Oh.
That's what it wants.
Don't let it win.
That's it for tonight, I'm afraid, but Dead Famous Live is back at the same time tomorrow when Gail and Chris will be investigating at the Culver Studios. But will the stars return to the historic studios that gave the original King Kong, Citizen Kane and Gone with the Wind? Find out tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Be there.